Tuesday. Welcome back. As you can see, I am finishing up a little painting on my Legion number 9, which is why I've made the title of this live stream what it is. Now, I'm not saying we have to just talk about how Legion number 9 is the best Legion and everything like that. If somebody wants to talk about other things, then by all means, we can do so. But I just want everybody in the world to know that, yes, the Ninth Legion is the best Legion. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. My shirt today says, "There isn't a bus I wouldn't throw you under to save my Pomeranian." So that's true. I know Shadow was talking about how human life is more important than animal life, but the thing that I think people have to understand in this particular situation, which may be a very un-Christ-like way of looking at life, is that I love my dog way more than I do strangers I've never met. Sorry about putting my big mitts in front of. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's the right way to be. I'm just saying that, yeah. That's all I'm saying. Might have to say some prayers about that, but just is what it is. I like my dog. Something. I have to deal with that shit with extreme violence. And I'm not saying I want to, or it'd be my favorite thing to do, but anyway, as you can see on the table here, I am working on drop pods. Other than doing some very small detail work and putting some Blood Angel transfers on, these rhinos and preds are done. I'm calling that done. Yeah, they're done. So, the rhinos are all going to get the Blood Angels emblem on the back hatch, and the preds will probably get a Blood Angels emblem either on the side of the turret. Got you thinking about it. Yeah, well, the thing that, like, really the only thing we know about the Emperor is that he knows everything that's going to go on. So, what's up, Saxis? How you doing?
Very good, thank you, James. How's it going for you?
Well, I mean, I am still on the right side of the grass, so I'll take it.
That's positive. I do like the coloring you've got for the one of your miniatures there.
Well, this is actually, I didn't come up with this. This is just the Blood Angels paint scheme.
Yeah, I mean they're a popular chapter.
Yeah, Legion. Except this is a Legion because I play Horse Heresy like a hipster.
Ah, I see. Go back to the old ones, yeah.
Yeah, so all of my Marines are in like old school armor and everything. But yeah, George was just talking about my saying how the Emperor knew Horse would fail, and that's why he didn't pick. And I'm saying that's why he didn't pick Sanguinius or maybe one of the more capable Primarchs, because the Emperor knew that Horse could be defeated, but he knew that if Sanguinius fell to chaos, there would be no defeating him. I mean, Sanguinius was the most powerful of the Primarchs. He whipped every single one of their asses in duels.
I mean, he was definitely something.
Yeah, I mean, he destroyed a Titan by himself when he was guarding the Eternal Gate. So,
yeah.
Right, whereas Horus actually, in some of the stories, he grows to regret his choice.
Oh no, he does, but like that's the from the entire like saga of the Horus Heresy, you do find that like at the beginning, he's trying to get as many of his brothers as he possibly can, and the ones he gets, he's like, all right, fine, I can make this work. Like these are competent warriors. Istvan V was a massacre.
It
It was
was.
also a sign of where like he could see, um, the competency and the brutality of the brothers he had by his side, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is gonna work. This is going to become something. And then the further down you go into the Horus Heresy, you then see each of the members dropping off into chaos. Fulgrim and the Emperor's Legion just going absolutely off the rails. Although not to be underestimated, but they become so unreliable.
Yeah,
Angron.
they're completely not even a little bit of help in the siege of Terra.
No,
they're so busy out just torturing civilians and shit.
Yeah, no,
like
yeah,
they not even been there.
Exactly, but like then you've got like Conrad. I think it was like Conrad Curse. The Night Lords who were just they kept
Again,
it once.
unreliable.
Oh, they had he had so much pride, and his insanity was such a hindrance. Angron, again, unreliable because they just got enveloped by the Blood God. Mortarion and Magnus were probably the two most reliable ones. They had so much bickering up until like the very end of the siege, where they finally found a little bit of common ground.
I would disagree just a little bit with that. The most reliable one is the one that halfway through the siege just said F it and left. And that would be the Iron Guard.
Oh, the Iron Warriors.
Yeah, the Iron Warriors. Perturabo was 100% down for the thing, but then when he looked around and realized everyone else was being a bunch of F-heads, he was just like, yeah, no.
But, okay, so people keep on saying Perturabo was the one holding heresy together. I'm like, yeah, but he also didn't understand the point of the heresy.
No.
He completely missed, like, what are we doing this for? To him, it was just like, I'm going to come in and I'm going to win. He had a win mentality of, like, break down the door, defeat this, do it by any means necessary. But that's not how you win it, because, as Horus knew, if you kill the Emperor in whatever conventional means that, Perturabo would do it in, he's going to be reborn elsewhere, and the entire momentum of the heresy would fall flat. So Perturabo had to be held back because his ideas were solid, but not what was needed in that siege. And right. I find Perturabo to be a man-child.
He is. Like the day he got his legion, he freaking decimated them all for.
He would do it constantly. He would
do it every time. Killed his stepdad, killed his stepsister. I don't know what his problem was. Hated chaos, just hated the Emperor a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like in the myth, Horus is the Christ figure. No, Horus is Lucifer. And Sanguinius would be Michael. I don't really think there is a Christ figure per se in 40K, because the Emperor would definitely be like the father aspect, the angry Old Testament God.
The Thorian heresy, as it's referred to as. That's the closest. Right. That is the one time where people believe that the God Emperor might have been revived, but he was, again, that character was getting killed, and it was like, oh, was he? Wasn't he? You've got an entire sect of the Inquisition that called the Thorians, who wants to find the reincarnation of this individual because he had the signs of being the God Emperor.
Yeah, and then have the one group of Inquisitors that are looking for the Star Child, because they think the Star Child is like the good part of the Emperor.
Yeah, exactly.
So the Star Child might be the Jesus or the Holy Spirit part.
Yeah.
But the Emperor is definitely the Old Testament Yahweh thrown down. And Michael is, I've got the actual statue by the Italian guy. I forget his name, that did the Michael crushing the devil. And I've got the Forge World Sanguinius. They're the same exact pose. including Sanguinius stomping on a demon's head while he's, falling from the sky. I put the sword on him, but he can have the spear, So it's like, Sanguinius is definitely the Archangel Michael. Horus is Lucifer, and then the rest of them, I don't know. I mean, they're fallen. The ones that fell, and the ones that didn't. And plus, it gets even more complicated because Rogel Dorn never believed in any of the shit anyway. He was always hardcore an atheist.
Yeah, but Rogel Dorn was is the whole meme of he was just another level of autistic.
Yeah.
Which it's just, again, I find it funny because he was so adamant in his way of siege warfare and following this entire methodology. When he was
Rabo caught him in the box.
Oh yeah, so that's the one
out.
That was the one major time where he had a weakness. Rogel Dorn broke character, was not thinking because he saw the fall of Terra, the death of the God Emperor. And he felt a lot of this was falling upon his shoulders because he had put it upon himself to make Terra a siege world or a fortress world.
Right.
And he felt that he had failed that. So there was a lot of, I must go and get my revenge upon Perturabo, who, finally got what he wanted, which is, I've got my arch rival in here. We're now going to do this.
Yep. Because Perturabo, like you said, was a man-child and was super jealous of Dorn. Because, he was a man-child. But, when it gets into the Emperor, one thing I can tell you, because I did read it, but again, every single Horus Heresy book is written from the point of view of a unreliable narrator. Alexander the Great was apparently the Emperor. He had been born and took the name, title, whatever, and he was Alexander. And apparently he's been many, many different, notable leaders throughout the history of Earth. It even implies that at one time he came and tried peace and he was executed by the powers that be. So it's that's a little blasphemous, but they don't directly say it either. They just say he was a religious leader and the powers that be executed him. So that could be anybody. That could be Jainism. That could be anything.
But Games Workshop is never going to go into this form of details. It's a can of worms they will never open. And I think they've done more than enough with the Horus Heresy. Mind you, the book...
around 80 books, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Emperor was St. George, and the dragon he defeated was the Void Dragon, which he then buried on Mars.
Yeah. And where do we have the cult of machine believing the need for replacing everything with machinery? I wonder where this is all coming from.
Which the Golden Machine was either built by Rogel Dorn or the Tech Priests of Mars, depending on who you talk to, because again, it's all hearsay. And if you're reading it from the position of somebody in the 42nd millennium, you're talking about shit that happened 10,000 years ago.
It's actually funny you mentioned that because
assuming their dating system is even correct, because there's that argument too.
So I know it's a fan-made story, but someone basically sat down and wrote a fan story of a administratum who was given a simple job of just figure out what year it is. And his conclusion at the end of his life, as he's being interrogated by an inquisitor, is our dating system is give or take 1,000 years in the future or 1,000 years in the past upon the date you receive. And the Inquisitor was like, thank you very much for figuring this out. You will now be taken aside and you will be killed. I was like, why? My life, what about my life's work? It was like, well, now we know, and no one else needs to know.
Well, that is unfortunately a thing with the Inquisition.
Oh, I love the Inquisition. There are so many interesting things within them.
What's up,
Bruce?
Sexius.
Hello.
There's an Italian guy who does lore videos, and he was talking something about that. He made a hour-long video that definitively proved the Imperium were the good guys. and all these people who say the Imperium aren't the good guys are full of shit. It was pretty good video. Because he says, okay, the Imperial xenophobia. Well, when the Dark Age of technology came to the end, the first thing every alien did was try to exterminate humanity. Humans remember that shit. And then, of course, you got to get rid of what caused the downfall of the Dark Age of technology. Psychers. Because they just start appearing and then, of course, ripping holes through the warp. I mean, it's like all of the hatreds that the Imperium has for everyone around them are well justified.
Are you referring to the Pontius for your thing about the Imperium being the good guys?
Pontius, yeah. And he's got the other little guy that's P.O. or whatever. Yeah. Okay. I like that guy. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. I don't know. He's an Italian guy.
I've just been introduced to him, and I want to listen to his take on the Badab War.
Dude, he did a whole video basically calling every other lore channel out and saying they're all full of shit. He was naming names. He was like, Major Bill, full of shit. Luke, full of shit. He's like.
So the question I can see from Dean Bell is: isn't the Inquisition just CIA/Mossad? There are much. It's much deeper than just that. It is, yes, intelligence. It is taking some. Again, it's a huge thing, but you've got specific divisions, and the big three are to deal with aliens, to deal with internal blasphemers, and to deal with the external threats of demons. So, right. And within those three, you've then got subcategories, and you've got crossbreeds and what have you. My personal favorite ones are the crossbreeds between Hereticus and Xenos. Well, that's because I'm running with that at the moment. But that's because I'm also a big fan of the Tau. Because they bring in something that you don't see a lot of in 40k, which is the idea of economical and political subversion of the...
They bring in weebism.
Well, they were made for that. They have developed significantly since then. But the entire spiel is that they've been influencing the imperial borders through trade. And that erodes down. Yeah, exactly. And I like that. And I like bringing that up. Mind you, I'm also running a Rogue Trader game with a heavy focus on aliens. And the players have to then decide on how are they going to interact with aliens when they encounter them.
What is the breakaway Tau guy or girl? I don't know.
No, yeah,
Farsight or something.
I think it's his Farsight, yeah.
And his whole deal is that they instantly and automatically kill any of the astral or ethereal cast or whatever.
Yeah,
on sight.
Yeah, so they broke away.
There's something weird going on there.
Well, so you had the Farsight Enclave, who basically said they were sent off to do a colony expansion on their own, and they landed smack dab into an orc empire, which that is going to test your skills. And I don't mean a small empire either; it was a big one.
Right.
So you had to fend that off while the Ethereals were trying to build, so it was not really going well. On top of that, it also turned out that the Alpha Legion had been doing some chaos tomfoolery in that region, and they were then doing sacrifices, and they were basically introducing a lot of variety of demonic events, which very difficult for the Tau to get over. Right. And Farsight, using his Mary Sue brain, was able to basically put together, I need to use these artifacts to do this and overcome it. But it meant that he broke out of the indoctrination that the Ethereals had, and he's starting to understand that the Ethereals are not as benevolent as everyone else in the Empire has been saying. So,
what's up there?
Hey. I don't know how to use my brain. I came here to learn brain using.
Well, you came to the wrong place.
Clearly. Oh, well. I'll just learn to use a gun instead.
Have you ever thought about moving to Africa?
But,
Bill there.
No idea what that means, Bruce, but thank you for sharing.
You're welcome, Bear, because I had personal experience with people from that continent before, and about 85% of them can't read. What can they do? Fire an AK.
Well, I mean, anybody can fire an AK, but I want to talk to Sax about other things. So, Sax, did you ever read the story about when the Tau first encountered the Dark Eldar? And the Dark Eldar convinced them to have a cultural exchange, and the Tau marched into the Dark Eldar ship, like thousands of them, for the cultural exchange. And the Dark Eldar just took them to Gamorra and, did what Dark Eldar do, because they're Dark Eldar. So I learned pretty quick about that shit.
They've had to adopt learn very quickly, because they tried negotiations, economic. What's it called, trades, cultural exchanges with orcs as well, and that has just resulted with the Tau going, right, orcs across the board, do not bother, we cannot integrate them, they are just beyond redemption, don't bother. They still have a hard time seeing the difference between the Eldari and the Drukhari, so at the moment their entire stance is, hey, do you like knives or not? Because we can shoot if it's the wrong answer.
Well, I mean, the thing with that, though, is that there is no difference.
I know, but
because some Drukhari will join a craft world to become a aspect warrior, but then later go back and become a witch elf. I mean, they just...
It depends on who you ask, because the Eldari is like, oh, but we're the pure ones. It's like, well, you're technically after the weirdos that the original Eldar kicked out because you were too religious, and the Drukhari are the ones who stayed true to the social decline that was happening. So,
right. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. And then, of course, there's the... this was in one of the Ultramarines book. It was when they were fighting the campaign against the Tau. And this young Tau woman standing there giving him the whole... you would kill an unarmed woman, blah, blah, blah. And the Ultramarine, kind of lowers his weapon. Yeah. And she's all like, what would your great emperor back on Earth think if you just killed an unarmed young woman? Do you think he would be pleased? And Kados Sicarius just comes out of nowhere and crushes her in the mist with his fire fist. And he just looks at the air guy and says, yes. It's like, God, dog, Kato, calm down, bro. But
so answer
your answer, even the blueberries can be a little bit brutal when they feel like they need.
I don't think the Ultramarines have ever been classified as being soft. We'll never say that. To answer George's question, so I don't have a lot of 40k books. But the one that really stands out to me is this one, which is called Emperor's Mercy. And it tackles a new Inquisitor who has to be on the front line on a Chaos invasion. And you follow him as he is... he's having a background...
That, sadly, they're doing work on the brickwork on the building, so they're turning to the side. Sorry.
I was going to ask. I didn't know what was going on, so I'm like...
Sorry.
Actually, it almost sounded a little bit like Bear might be making some extra money at
I knew that was coming.
I mean, it does kind of sound like a moose sound.
It does indeed. Thank you for sharing.
So, what book were you talking about, Sax?
It's called Emperor's Mercy.
Okay.
An Inquisitor who is at the front line on a Chaos invasion. Not Chaos Space Marines, just regular insane humans. But I quite enjoy it because the guy makes mistakes. The guy does not the main character realizes that even though there is a really serious, palpable danger of losing this world, there are still many of his colleagues who are just going, I'm going to do some politics. And it's like, why? Why are you doing this? It's like, because the wider game is important.
And that is something we could get into for hours. The Inquisition itself.
Oh yeah, God.
You've got the 3 branches, and then you've got crossover branches, and then Inquisitors do not just automatically like other Inquisitors,
No.
even if they're of the same order. A
Yeah.
lot of times they hate each other.
Yeah.
And sometimes an Inquisitor will get like basically excommunicated by other Inquisitors and all this shit. Like the one guy that was doing Exterminatus on all the human worlds because he was trying to direct the Tau towards the orc. And
Oh, you mean Eternates?
yeah, eventually they're like, dude, you destroyed like 20 of the Emperor's worlds. It's like, no, you're out. Get out of here, you know. And then there was one story where the Inquisitor in question, it ended it up in the very end. He like pulled his jacket up and he had like a tiny tattoo on his inner arm of Tzeentch, the symbol of Tzeentch.
Mhm.
So this guy is an Inquisitor against the Xenos, but he's also dallying around with Tzeentch. And it's like, you know, because you have to think too, Inquisitors, they're the ones that get to read all the books and hear all the stories that no one ever should. So if you're not like super freaking like mentally aware and shit, I mean, an Inquisitor can get ripped to hell quick.
Oh yeah, no, that's why like technically there's meant to be a final process when it comes to becoming an Inquisitor. Now it's not always followed. It's not like there's a guide of like, here's how you do it. It's certainly something.
Well, in the one book, Gilliman ends up executing about a third of the Inquisition.
Yeah,
because when he decided to take over as the Regency Emperor, like all of these High Lords of Terra plotted to assassinate him, but he was, of course, 3 steps ahead of them.
Yeah.
So when they made their move, they all got whacked.
Yeah, but that was also a huge thing because I remember when they announced that he had awoken, I was like, how is this going to go down?
Right.
And then it was he's now making himself Regent. Like, I don't like where this is going. And then it came out with the whole, okay, there's now a civil war because the Inquisition is imposing. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a lot of feathers that's going to be ruffled by this. Now, I have changed my view from when it first happened. I've come to embrace that the expansions we've seen to the universe.
Well, the new Marines, by any measure, are heretical.
Oh, yeah, but what are you going to do? This is GW saying we need more money.
Right.
So,
but I mean, in the lore, though, the fact that somebody thought they could improve upon the Emperor's works, that's heretical. That's crazy stuff.
That's heretical because of the tens of thousands of years of you being told about that. You've now got Gilliman who's saying, no, it's okay because I need them. So it depends again where you want to look at it.
And then he started, what do they call it? It's a crusade. It has its own name.
Oh, the Indomitus Crusade. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm using for my one thing, but like that is the backdrop of my Rogue Trader campaign. That the
Are
players
you using the Fantasy Flight Rogue Trader?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the few systems where having more supplements is actually a benefit.
Right.
But yeah,
I have a bunch of them. The only one I think I'm missing is the Imperial Guardsman's Primer or whatever.
Oh yeah, but that's not even needed for that.
That's really supposed to be a good system. I've heard a lot of great things about it.
I mean, yeah, it's if you're familiar with the
system.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different than any of the other D100 systems, where you roll a D100, you got to get below a certain number.
Okay, so it's like the old Hogshead Press version of FRP.
Yeah.
Very similar, yeah. And the new game that recently released, Imperium Malefactorum or whatever, is the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's percentile. You just roll under skills.
The core system is the same. There are differences, and but it's minute stuff depending on what you want.
we played that system for about 2 years before the first game store that I was in attendance in Decatur, before they closed down. That was the last 2 years I was there. Every time we'd start a campaign, I'd have like 10 people, and it'd swell up to like 12, usually hover around 12 to 10 average. Combat system's fast. It's the perfect game system if you can run big groups.
Well, I can tell you, in Imperium Malefactorum 4 game, the combat system, it can be incredibly fast, but that's just because if your character gets hit by a melt-a-gun, they're probably dead.
Well, they're gone.
Yeah, they're just freaking a
Brilliant.
plasma gun or something. It's like, yeah, you're just gonna be dead now.
Oh, yeah,
But in that game, you make a patron, and it can be like a lot of different kinds of guys. And then you make the group, and they serve the patron, and the patron sends them out to do stupid shit all over the place.
I rolled up a patron for fun with a friend of mine. The result is we don't think that we are actually working for the Imperium. The first thing we rolled is our patron is elusive, meaning we have no idea who they actually are. The secret that is rolled up is that they might not be serving, the interests of who we think it is. We rolled up who they had beef with, and they had beef with like every independent or powerfully independent organization, but they were spot on aligned with like all the fundamental pillars of an imperial society. So administratum, ecclesiarch, workers' guilds, all of this. We sat there and went, we're working for a gene cult. We are pretty sure we work, but we don't know because we can't ask our patron.
Like, hey, do you got multiple arms and a hankering for bald chicks? I mean, what's going on over here?
We don't know. We just have to go out and do things for them.
Right? The patron we rolled up was a member of the Imperial Navy.
Yep.
And he was basically using the group. His goal is to use the group for his own glorification and to take down his enemies. Because he wants to be promoted. So if you happen to do some good stuff along the way, hey, that's awesome. But
I like the system because it's not Dark Heresy. It's more you're someone within the wider world of the Imperium, and it could be from very different aspects of what you're going to be doing.
Whether it's Mechanicus,
Administratum.
What are they called, Sax? The ones that actually don't like the Imperium, but you can play one?
Oh, yeah.
The interruptionists or something like that?
I can't remember. Basically, you play as criminals. You're playing as criminals.
Yeah.
It's the criminal aspect.
Yeah, Rogue Trader is a great game. Yes, Shadow, of course. And I was so happy when I got my copy of Imperium Maledictorum to find out that they had kind of just went back to that original. You roll your stats, and it's like 2 die 10 plus 20 or something. And then you get skills based on whatever your career is. And, a couple of extra little treats. And then, you play the game. I mean, and it's simple. It's like, I'm going to shoot this guy with a laser rifle. Well, what is your weapon skill or ballistic skill? Oh, it's 45. Well, give it a shot,
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm enjoying about this game is, again, I like domain play. I like when the players are at a point of where it's like, okay, we're not just, running around and doing dungeons. We are now managing something, and we are going out to further something of our interest.
Mm-hmm.
So the players in this game, they've got NPCs who does a lot of the background logistics, which is fine. I don't need them to worry about it. But I didn't have something where I could turn around and go, here's a plot hook, or here's a decision. Because what I'm building up to is that the players have planets that they've acquired, or in this case, they've also acquired an asteroid belt because they realized, they went, wait, there's metals inside of asteroids. Let's put up a colony inside the asteroid. So they've done that. And
so with this campaign that you're doing, you have how many players?
I have, I think it's 5 players.
Okay. Now you have 5 players, and you have like a team of cohorts and lackeys with them as well. with the added benefit of what you just said, where you can like just feed them like, I have a plot hook, I have this, I have that, I have a spot on the map you haven't explored yet, I have a thing for you to do. We think there's a heretic at your aunt's house, blah blah blah. About how many typically do you round out to keep your ship full? Because I'm thinking that like you're going from place to place, like what a rogue trader would do.
Yep.
So you probably have like what 10 to 15 total staff, including PCs.
Actually,
On
I
a
can
smaller
open up.
ship, you'd have closer to 1,000.
So I can give
But a
exact
lot of
numbers.
them are servitors or slaves.
So again, so if we're looking at named NPCs, like I
Yeah.
can give you an exact number of that.
Na-
If we're
name
looking at
is the one I was looking for. I apologize, James.
yeah, no, it's,
okay,
all,
yeah.
it's all good, yeah, because it's just
I
like
thought you're talking about how many guys are working on the gunnery deck. Well, I mean, it could be about 400.
well, you say that. I have calculated it. I have spreadsheets for
Of
this.
course you have. That's what you do.
Exactly. Actually, let me get out here. So in this case, the players have got 1, 2. I'm counting this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 NPCs, but they're not all on the same ship.
Right.
One of them is a free. I call him a free sword captain, meaning he owns his own warship. He has ties to one of the players because he's a navigator, and he's basically said, "I will join you in your endeavors. I will take you have contractually hired me to be your weapons." And he's coming with a big ship, almost twice as big as theirs, and he has guns. He has big guns.
Right.
But he has a very strict thing of he follows them, and if they come into big combat, he's their shield. He goes in and he does that, and they will then have to negotiate with them when things have to go beyond that. The players are expected to go down on the planet. They're expected to go and investigate things. He's just there to be the thing that deters smaller ships from coming over at them.
It is lore correct for some rogue traders to actually travel around in fleets.
Oh God, yeah,
Fleets that could conquer worlds and stuff if they really put their mind to.
Oh, absolutely. I've got several rogue traders I can pull out that has fleets for it, and this is just them doing that. They then have a what I refer to as a charter captain. So he's just a captain, normal captain, but he's the one who's been elected amongst a bunch of other captains to represent the.
He's a member of an actual house that has an imperial charter.
Yeah, and he's come in with free ships, like what's called trade ships, for them to then say okay, we've now got these projects in the background that's going to be running, and they've then got Mechanicus and a Mechanicus ship, not exploration ship, a Factorum ship that is coming along.
Nice.
Because this sector needs to be rebuilt. So having a ship that can rebuild is very important.
And all you got to do to get the Mechanicum to do basically anything is swear to them that there's an STC. Somewhere in this system there could be some Dark Age tech. Them
Who
dudes
knows?
will be there, man.
Who knows?
Yeah, they are showing up. If there's even a hint that there could be some Dark Age tech.
Yeah.
They're like, we're on our way.
They almost lost an ally because they had a pirate / what's it called again? Smuggler who showed up on another character's call, and they kind of forgot about him for 3 in-game months. And he almost left. When he gave them a last sort of message of my crew are aboard, so on and so on. I actually left an encrypted message inside of it with the capital of every first line saying, "Give me work or else."
Right. I mean, the crew's got to eat.
They've got to do something. Pirates that are bored and criminals that are bored are going to cause trouble. They're going to cause trouble. And this captain knows that.
The old saying about idle hands has never been more true than in 40K.
Oh, yeah. So they've invited him to go and do some other things, which is going to be interesting because he is He's going to be a boon, and he's also going to be a bane, depending on where they go.
Right. Hanging out with pirates, not necessarily the best thing for your social standing, but
Nope, absolutely not. They found and they recruited a Skitari and his cohort.
nice.
Yeah, very nice. So the agency has got a henchman. They also did a mission that allowed them to get an entire regiment that's currently on their way. So they've got,
Jeez.
yeah.
So
and
their
then they-
asteroid will be well defended,
yes.
or whatever. One of the characters in Imperium Malefactorum is an ex commissar,
Yep.
and their special, like once per game ability, is they can call in like a stormtrooper
Allies.
assault detachment or some shit. You know, they call them something Zions or whatever, but we know them as stormtroopers.
Yeah, so the cream of the crop.
And that is that character's special ability. And because their patron is in the Navy, they also have access to a void ship, a small
Yep.
one. But, you know, if they need to go from one place to the other, they can do it because their patron can sign off on that.
Yep.
Like he's an admiral or something, but again, like we were talking about, they're caught up in all the politics of, you know, trying to get promoted or whatever. So,
Yep. Well, exactly. So at the moment, the players are engaged in. They started out doing about the big endeavor that they have right now is the map that I've made for them. The very center, they were told it is a dead zone. It is a marsh. If you go in there, whatever time, however long it takes you to travel from point A to point B, it will be doubled automatically because of how problematic the warp is in that center of that sector. But something has happened that has stopped that from happening. It is now a very easy place to travel. There are planets in there that has never been seen before, star systems that has never been charted before. So the players have joined up with some other groups and basically gone, we are exploring it and we're going to hold a monopoly over the highway that's going to be built. Welcome to my games where the concept of you owning a highway is the most exciting thing you can get.
well, I mean, holding it's one, or having it's one thing, holding it's the other, because at any given time, a wog could come floating through, or whatever.
I don't think any of my players watches this, but like there is one star system right next to where they've started, which has got 35 orc war fleet, 35 orc warships that are preparing to join a warg.
Right. How you doing, Shadow?
Eating.
Of course, you ask him when he's got mouth full.
Yeah. Just
Well,
like
you know.
feeling like a supervillain. How you guys doing today?
I
good,
am
thanks.
doing pretty good.
It's raining like hell here for a change. It's
That'd
nice.
be nice if we had that.
It rains here every day about 3:30.
I remember afternoon rains. I also remember crippling poverty. 12
Hey,
months.
you know, I've got some interesting news that some of you may find interesting. They found caimans in South Florida. Caimans are basically the alligators from South America.
Yeah.
So it turns out we got the trifecta. We got all three. We got alligators, crocodiles, and now caimans.
Wait, when did you guys get crocodiles?
The American crocodile is only native to Florida, but we also have now crocodiles too.
It's funny because I thought you said Canaans.
Caimans,
So
you know,
there's,
like the black caiman that lives in Brazil. Yeah, we got them.
there's now 2 locations that I work at that I have to carry my machete on me.
Yep.
One of them
We are
being,
the lightning strike capital of the world.
oh god,
The
That's
shark attack
really weird,
capital
Bruce.
of
I've
the
got
world.
one location like that. It's called Outside.
And we have the deadliest plant in the world that grows here.
Kudzu.
No, it's a kind of tree that's so venomous that like it'll just kill you.
It hasn't started walking about, has it?
No, it's just a super poisonous tree. And the rule is, as always, if the water's wet, there could be an alligator in it. So don't go in. I was watching this guy, like he's not from Florida, and he's like, "Can I walk my dogs near the ponds?" And the Florida guy's like, "What, are you crazy? Like, gator might not get you, but he's going to eat Fluffy for sure. You get him anywhere near there." Alligators love dogs. It's like one of their favorite things to eat.
Yeah.
But anyway, getting back to the thing
So the
is,
alligators are Chinese.
40K, like 40K is kind of unique as a sci-fi game because there's just so much stuff going on in that universe. Yeah, I thought the Fountain of Youth was in Florida. We call it Wekiva Springs, and it don't make you any younger, but there are a lot of raccoons there. Never been here before. What are y'all building and working? I am working on my 30K Epic Blood Angels stuff right this second. And we're talking about running games of the Warhammer role-playing game, amongst other things. Basically, we generally talk about games, or at least we try to. But so Saxius, what you're saying is the ship your players are on, you took the time to like figure out how many actual people are on the ship.
Yeah, and down to like what classification they are. Not that there's that many. You've basically got senior officers, what's called combatants, so soldiers, and then the remainder is actually what's called for the slave caste, or the slaves or workers of the ship, which is going to take up like 80% of the ship anyway. So basically, from 80%, you just do the percentages down from there, with the higher officers usually being at 1% at absolute best.
Right.
And then everything from there is sort of calculated. But yeah, so the players have got that, and then
there you go, Shadow.
Nice.
And then the characters have got NPCs, allies, and there's then been times where they've hired NPCs to fill certain jobs within the ship. Like they've got a ship doctor,
right,
that they got on board, and that character then has their own ideas for how to run things and has got to gel with the players.
Sanford to Tennessee. Well, one, I love Tennessee. I'm originally from Kentucky. And two, Sanford's awesome too because they have an amazing German restaurant there and deli. Like you can eat at a restaurant and then you go around the block, and the same family owns the deli too. And you can actually get from Germany, stuff. So beer and stuff like that from Germany. So, I mean, if you're into German food, a lot of people aren't. But me, I love a good country fried steak with gravy, which they would call schnitzel, but let's be honest. We stole the recipe and we caught country fried steak with gravy. You can get it all over the South. It's really amazing. My whole life I've been eating it. And then one day I realized, this is schnitzel, right? Except we use white gravy instead of brown gravy. But that's it. It's just schnitzel. But that's, again, I'm like 50 or 60% German anyway. So makes sense that I would grow up eating German food at some point, right? But now the last time I went to that German restaurant, I ordered goulash, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing, and it was real traditional Hungarian goulash. So not what some people call goulash and other people call American chop suey. And that's just the canned tomatoes with elbow noodles and hamburger and whatever.
Whatever happened to chop suey?
I'm sure it's still possible to make, but I haven't seen any at the store for years.
Yeah, LaChoy used to make a canned version. My parents used to get all the freaking time. which I couldn't stand as a kid. But growing up, I'm like, I wonder what that tastes like now.
I think what happened to that might be the fact that ordering Chinese food is so inexpensive that why in the hell would you pay more for a can of crappy Chinese food than
Well, there was a time that was true, but now all fast food, all restaurant food is insane. Just
well, you're in California, so your opinions don't count.
Okay. Sloppy Joes, we have those all the time. Love them.
Yeah. I'm in Florida. I can order an entree for $10 from the local Chinese restaurant.
I can't get a low end tier hamburger for $10.
And if I want to throw $2 extra in, they'll throw in house special lo mein, like a little pint of it, as a side. That's why I was sick Sunday, because we ordered Chinese food and I ordered nothing but curried everything. And then I ate all the curried everything. And then like the next day I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. I had curried shrimp and curried rice noodle and curry vegetable and just curry everywhere. And also extra spicy Jones-O chicken. So, But yeah. We might have to go back to Gainesville next week. Not looking forward to it, but obligations are a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say so.
Yeah, around here, where I live, which is basically part of the Orlando metro sprawl, which is spread out throughout Orange, Seminole, and Osceola County, and even part of Polk County. You can walk around and see like citrus trees just growing on the side of the road. So during the right time of the year, if you want to pull over and grab like a grapefruit or an orange or something, I mean, Also, mangoes are the new thing. A lot of mango trees around here now. Really? And my neighbor, who is Colombian, every time her avocado tree goes into fruit, she brings us like freaking grocery bags full of avocados. It's just like she's like, because she can't eat them all. It's a big ass tree, and
they'll go bad real quick.
So she brings us the stuff. She's Colombian. She only spends half the year up here. I think, my wife and I are the only European people on my cul-de-sac. Everyone else is Hispanic, pretty much. But we all get along great.
That's good.
But yeah, oranges. In Kentucky, we only got oranges once a year, and it was during Christmas. Like during Christmas, you would get like a bag of oranges or tangerines, and that was literally the only time during the year you would ever get any of that. It was a treat for Christmas, yeah. But and I never liked sloppy joes. Now that we've caught up with that.
Sloppy joes are kind of disgusting. I love pulled pork, but I just
sloppy joes are like the meatloaf from the day before, and they just threw some ketchup on it.
No,
not at all.
No, thank you, Dad.
Ketchup is fucking disgusting. There's so many better sauces out there.
I got some good currywurst in the fridge that my German friend gave me, but anyway, Warhammer role-playing games, they can be fun. It just you need the right type of player that wants to play in that world. I have a lot of ladies at my table, and they are not interested in anything having to do with Space Marines or any of that.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
and again, taking it away from 40K, maybe.
No, 40K away, boys. And if you can squeeze some BattleTech in, that would be.
Hey, you see the
keep your whore mouth shut.
No. Your fucking titles don't count anymore, because I came yesterday from Morningwood Milking Farm and got abused to the end of time, but I got no Morningwood Milking Farm, so I now no longer trust your titles.
Milking Farm, and there was even a meme about it.
Morningwood Milking Farm. Oh,
just came in the mail today.
Nice, good for
so
you,
he's
Shadow.
bragging on his chill books.
Hey, this one's great because you actually get to play the monsters, the vampires, the werewolves, the mummies, the ghosts, etc.
Well,
that sounds like evil.
It
I know.
probably is, but it is, October.
This
So
is from the guy who won't use demons in his AD&D second edition because it's wrong.
I've never said that. I threw 666 demons at my party last week. No, not
Yeah.
last week, the week before. No, I use them all the time as great bad guys.
Yeah, I don't want any part of that.
That's out of the
Leaving
question.
rotting fruit lay on the ground for too long will kill the grass around the tree. That's a fact.
But the good news is the rodents won't let that happen.
So what Bear, Valorous
What?
looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm getting my review copy on Thursday from Amazon.
Yeah,
But I got a bunch. This
is
is humanity. This is the beauty of humanity. Hey guys, here's the stuff. I need proofs on that. Crickets. All right, cool. So I guess things are good. I'm going to go ahead and publish then. As soon as I publish. Oh, here's a bunch of proofs. You fucking assholes. Like I just.
That's why you get a second edition.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen. Hello.
Because
Hi.
the first edition comes out and everyone finds every misspelling and every whatever, and then you make a second edition.
I mean, that's basically what happened with AD&D. They had one edition.
Yeah.
It's every game. Every game goes through
It's not
that.
just games; it's every other book that comes out. It seems.
Yeah.
People are
Sadly, but that's the way it is.
It is the way it is. But congratulations. Now
Thank
I
you.
know two people who have
It's available for sale, print copy on Amazon
Free.
for a very reasonable price.
because I think Bruce made a game too.
I'm in the process of making it.
Hello.
And I've got Doc's game, so I know Doc made a game because I own it. And I made a game myself, but that was like a decade plus ago.
I'm
And,
currently writing 2 modules for 2 separate
and
games.
now Bear's written like 2 games.
Yeah, but Heroic's still not out.
So, I mean,
Sadly.
Yeah, I went through it this morning. Cursory look-see.
oh, well, I mean, it's percentile system, so I like that right off the bat.
Sax, I'm going to send you the link for Amazon UK if you want to get yourself a copy. It isn't expensive.
I'm already looking for it.
I think it's £15 on Amazon UK.
Oh, that's very affordable.
I'm trying to find you on fucking Discord. Where the hell are you?
Oh, let me
What
ping
the
you.
fuck, man? I hate Discord so much. I hate Discord.
Apparently, we
Dude,
talk
I
about
hate
Phil
that
so
fucking
much
system.
that the
There you
one
go.
guy that makes the memes about us has made a meme about Chill,
I saw that.
and you're in
I know.
it.
And for you guys here, if you want to,
Sitting
James,
out there.
if you want to do anything with that, it's $20 American.
$20 American.
What is that? Valorous?
Yeah.
I thought it
I
was.
mean,
The PDF is $9.99.
I'm not
The print
guaranteeing
copy
but
is $20 American
$20.
Okay. How many pages?
Horrible.
for 250 of that or something like that.
Is it
Yeah,
available
that's
in
one of my
hardcover?
brother's favorite sayings.
Soft cover only right now.
Okay.
That's all right.
Don't
yeah.
stop being a hipster. Stop being a hipster and support your friend and buy the book for $20. Just do it. I'll buy your book when it comes out. You buy mine. That's how we do things.
First off, he has to figure out if like Amazon even takes California money.
That is so fair.
I mean,
Probably not inaccurate either. My thing is, I went and bought the Red Room Savage Sword the first as soon as I could. I loved everything I heard about it. I'm like, okay, I'm on it. As soon as I got it home, soft cover, 600 plus pages. I knew instantly I had to have a hardcover because I was going to trash the soft cover as a GM. I was going to be using it all the damn time, and the soft cover just would not stand.
Well, I tell you what, I
What game-
promise you, when we do the second edition, we'll have a hardcover available.
Okay.
Okay? But
that
that's
is
second
my
edition.
question for Shadow. What game needs to be 600 pages?
Seriously.
Savage Sword that includes all the world information, all the monsters, all the character generation, all the geography. It's everything in one. They are, thanks to my prodding and poking, going to put out a 3-volume Player's Handbook, GM Guide, World Book, so that you can just get what you need. Because players don't need that 600 freaking page phone book, but 150
Players don't need anything. They'll like it.
That's for the most part accurate, but
All right.
The GM also could benefit in having a more robust world book and the player's crap in another book. We don't need it.
First time I've seen a
good
cat.
game.
Oh, I already read that. Yeah, the cat. It likes attacking bear all the time. It's funny.
It's not attacking, it's
Sometimes
just
they'll
showing
just run up
affection.
and biting. It's hilarious.
Now he knows he's in trouble. I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but I've got scratches all here because he was sitting here and there was a bug on the window, so he decided to use me as the launch pad for attacking the bug in his back clutch. So I've been ignoring him. So that's him not trying to suck up. Because cats don't know what they did was wrong, but they know that your mood towards them has changed, and they don't like that. So they just go to their old tricks to try and get you back the way they want.
Yeah.
Whereas dogs know they fucked up. Dogs are like, oh, bad dog.
Yeah, they can't even make eye contact with you. Like,
No.
oh no, I
You
can't.
said that my dog skedaddled. He heard bad dog and he's out of here.
Wow. That's a Sandy. He's a shot caller there, buddy?
Not anymore.
Wow. If you had asked me, would that ever come up on one of my streams? The answer would have been no.
What, the Shadow uses a shot caller? He has man
No, that
substance in the
Hassan
basement.
shot collars his dog.
Low-hanging fruit joke. I had to take it. All right, go back to your Warhammer conversation. I'll sit here quietly.
Well, no, let's go over to BattleTech.
Whatever.
I
It's all-
can't
Battletech
contribute.
Destiny, man. That's a great role-playing game.
Which one?
Battletech Destiny.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
There we go.
It's basically MechWarrior 2nd Edition, but new.
Sorry, BattleTech, I'm out. I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Much
Well,
like
I'll fill you
Warhammer
in.
40K,
There's
it's a
things-
very big rip-off universe where they take their lore and rip off every other sci-fi idea.
Yep. Which is fair. BattleTech has never really sort of popped up in my radar of things I wanted to get interested in. And
Yeah.
I'm only really sort of hearing it since I've engaged
Well,
in
If
Bears
you
in
don't
history.
like the idea of a dude stomping around in a 50-ton mech crushing shit, then you're probably not going to like Battletech. That's just how
Yeah,
it is.
that's
The cover guy is Jeb Cody? What the fuck? I gotta look at the cover again now because that's too funny, man.
well, yeah.
That's
There's definitely
funny.
similarities.
Hey, Sax, have you ever played or read Dark Eye?
Does not ring a bell. No.
Okay.
That sounds like a porn you might have made, though.
No,
Shadow.
no, I don't make porn.
Dark
no,
Eye?
Well,
I mean, because
Or-
in some circles, that interracial porn is very popular.
I would not know. It's a German-based RPG. It's another phone book
there you
size
go.
RPG.
You're saying Dark Eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Dark
Dracula,
Eyes, not
blah,
Dark
blah, blah,
Guy.
blah. Yeah, you can get in English now.
Is there a black person here?
I could invite my niece, I guess. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Never
What?
mind. He said guy and you said niece. I'm just wondering.
Guy to me is not a gendered word.
No, the
I know which skits you're referring to.
It's like dude. It's like or
Wow,
you
I
guys.
hope you didn't do that
If I
now.
say
You
you
got to
guys,
do that.
that don't mean males. It just means you guys.
Yes, George. Chit. That's the one.
But chit for Halloween. Yeah, I don't celebrate Halloween, but we do get candy on that day because I don't want to break any little kids' hearts.
Yeah.
And last year we had a mushroom and a Rosie the Riveter. That's all that showed up.
I can't say
Yeah.
that Halloween is a thing that I celebrate as a day.
you live in the villages, James. I mean, why do you have so few people coming to your house? Are you out of the way in the boons?
No, I am in, like I said, the Orlando Metro Sprawl area,
Okay.
but I'm not in a rich neighborhood, and it is very traditional in Florida for parents to take their kids to the rich neighborhoods to trick or treat. So if you live in like a normal neighborhood and whatever, I mean, you don't get a lot of trick or treaters. Plus, a lot of the schools around here do their own Halloween parties so that, kids aren't constantly getting ran over trying to cross streets and shit. because I don't know if you know this or not, but in the state of Florida, if you run somebody over because they're in the middle of the street, it's legal. Like, yeah. So
I've seen your sheriff. Okay,
unless they're on a crosswalk, then it's not legal. But if they're jaywalking and you slam into them at 75, well, sorry about their luck, because
Yeah,
they
that's why you
weren't
get a
supposed to
ticket
be
for
there.
jaywalking.
They weren't supposed to be there. That's why we don't have a lot of Antifa riots here, because what, they're going to jump out in the middle of I-4? It'd just be blood smears for miles because no one stopped. You know,
Couldn't you just put some like hormone blockers and a sign like in Roadrunner in the middle of the road?
oh yeah, to lure them out there. I mean, I don't want to kill anybody, Shadow. Let's not get crazy here. I mean, in real life.
Well, no,
I would definitely
you
go
just-
with the hormone blockers in the road.
But
you
yeah,
just put
the
the sign
reality
and let
is,
nature take its course.
it's like
If it
every
happens, it
problem you guys have in all of your states, we don't, because we found the easy way around it. Like, if somebody picks a fight with you, you can legally shoot them,
When
and everyone can carry a gun all the time.
when
Anywhere.
when I get my
And if
house,
they try to stop you from traveling in your car, you can legally just run them over.
you just
So
reminded,
yeah, we don't have all your problems here.
you just reminded me,
You
James. When I
have
get my house,
alligators, and
go ahead, Shadow.
I was just saying they don't have all of the things we have, but they have alligators.
Caimans and crocodiles.
Can you
Right,
guys,
it kind of evens out.
if an alligator is in your yard and there is a threat to your family or pets, are you allowed to discharge a weapon, be it a black powder, a bullet,
The answer is no.
arrow? What?
If the alligator's in your yard, you and your pets and shit go in the house and call animal control, or even better, leave them alone and wait till the alligator moves on.
That's fucking crazy. And no,
Well, that's why you're not Floridian,
no.
Yeah.
because
What's the logic and reasoning behind that?
if the
James?
gator ain't messing with you, why are you messing with it? It will wander off. It's not, I mean, they're dinosaurs, sure, but it's not like they're going to roll up into your front yard and just sit there for 3 days.
What about the alligator that was photographed trying to get in the fucking front door? We've all seen that photo.
Well, at least it was polite. It was trying to ring the bell.
Candygram.
No,
Plus,
absolutely
that
not.
alligator was like 6 feet long. If you can't beat up a 6-foot gator, what's wrong with you?
I'm not in it for the fair fights.
It's like you should be able to run out with a broom and just
Yeah,
sweep
if
them
fair
off.
fights meant anything, I would not be here.
Yeah, no
Um,
shit, right?
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Dude, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just telling you, a 6-foot alligator. I mean, come on.
Anyway, when I get my house, I'm
I'd
going to
be more
build.
worried about Doberman.
Yeah,
Pinschers
George,
than that.
that's probably the alligators probably smell better.
You can
I'd
discharge.
rather have alligators than Antifa. Yeah,
There's no
Um,
tag limit on Antifa though.
There's no tag
that
limit.
could be another reason we don't have a lot of Antifa, because we do have a
They
lot.
all
of
got
alligators.
They've all been eaten.
So, I mean, you have to around and somebody chucks your ass in Gatorland, they will never find a bit of you. You are gone. As a matter of fact, back in the old days, that's what the mob would do. And they would have, like, when they'd send one of their boys to Florida to take care of something, generally somebody wasn't coming back on that trip. There'd be like 4 dudes in New Jersey, and they'd be like, yeah, we need you to go to Florida. Yeah, you're not coming back. That was even in Goodfellas when he's like, I might need you to go to Florida. And the one guy's like, oh, shit. And later he's like, hey, that Florida thing, forget about it. You ain't got to go. It's just like he was shitting his pants because he knew they were getting ready to chuck him into a gator pen, which we have plenty of around here. And they will eat you. I mean, they are dinosaurs. Don't look for a lot of thought or emotion or consciousness or anything resembling anything like that. They live to eat.
But don't we see that across for most reptilian
Right.
creatures?
And the correct answer, though, Bruce, to all of your questions are, if it's not bothering you, leave
Leave it the fuck alone.
Well, what constitutes bothering?
Actively trying to remove one of your limbs or something. If it's just laying out in the front yard, I mean, it means it's on its way. Florida is crisscrossed with canals that link all the lakes, right? So it's coming from a canal, going to another canal so that can go to a lake. Leave him alone. He's going to go. I mean, right? He's not going to hang out there. Like your front yard is the last place he wants to hang out.
Yeah, but they do like to live in pools, it appears.
They will get in a swimming pool, though, screened or not. They'll rip a hole through the screen and get right in your swimming pool. But usually those are little ones, like 6, 7, maybe 8 feet. Like the 14-footers, those guys want to live in
6,
the...
7, or 8 feet.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry.
Thank you, Saxus.
As a
You-
European,
you
I'm just like, go on.
You understand, Florida is quickly becoming the Australia of North America.
We're in
no,
Australia. We've got the most poisonous tree.
Yeah, I hadn't quite gone through the understanding of like what the size constitutes a
We got
small
AIDS
one.
monkeys that will kill you if they bite you.
I thought
But I
small
thought
would
they
be
were
like
herpes
my
monkeys.
forearm.
It is herpes,
No.
but AIDS sounds scarier.
That's right out of the egg sacs.
But it is a specific type of herpes that if a human gets it, it basically gives you spinal meningitis and you will die 100%. But I mean, we have multiple breeds of monkeys. It's just that one particular breed.
You guys have the skunk ape.
Huh?
You have the skunk ape.
That's our version of Bigfoot, except he's smaller and stinkier. I mean,
Very
it might be a
Floridian.
homeless guy, really.
That's so Florida.
I'm just saying, when I get my home, I'm going to build myself a bird feeder, cat feeder. It's going to be looking like a regular bird feeder. It's going to have access from both sides. That way they can land and start grabbing seeds. But I'm only going to put it about maybe 6 to 8 inches off the ground, off the grass, because I want it to be fair.
To the snakes?
Birds, snakes, cats, whatever.
Yeah, what you're going to end up with
Bruce,
is
I have a question, Bruce. Who hurt you? Who?
Bruce is
did-
going to end up with like
Who
a
hurt you?
squirrel.
You see the chiseled
Like,
fucking
holy
slate behind
fuck,
me?
man.
There's like
Who hurt you?
14 slates behind me. I've chiseled names into.
George, yes, we have pythons and we have cockroaches that get about 1.5 inches long and they do fly. I mean, I don't have any because we have a guy that comes and sprays around the house all the time. But yeah, they're a thing for real.
Do you have the Madagascar hissing roaches over there or no?
We do.
Okay.
The ones that look all armored and stuff, and if you pick them up, they like
They
hiss.
stand up on their hind legs and hiss.
We have more invasive species in this state than the entire rest of the United States.
I already knew that. That
Like we have fire ants, they only exist to be a menace. They perform no good deed at all. And unlike normal, natural, decent ants that bite you, these little motherfuckers sting like wasps. And they hurt. And also their nest will be small because they're small, but it'll always have about 1 million of them in it. So if you step in the fire ant nest, yeah, you're getting ready to get lit up. And yeah, like I said, they're a creature that does nothing good in its existence. It just exists to make life hell for you. What else do we got that makes life hell for you? About 20 different types of mosquitoes, some of which the offspray actually attracts. So, yeah, spray yourself down with that mosquito repellent. For some of our mosquitoes, that shit's like dinner time. And
So-
they're coming.
Up here, where we are, where I am, where the cat and I are, we have this thing called winter. And winter's amazing because all the insects go to hell and die for like
Yeah, it's
5
winter
months.
here. It's like 75 degrees, nice and
Yeah.
sunny.
It's
You
75
get the
degrees in
exact
my office
opposite
right
where I
now.
live. It's called
Yeah.
summer, and they
Yeah.
all shrivel up and die as well.
Yeah, we only have 2 seasons in Florida, summer and like spring. And then spring becomes summer again. And
You know
we
why?
just keep doing that.
Here's why the world sucks. My favorite season is autumn. I love autumn. Autumn is the greatest season.
Autumn is a great season.
You can go to places in the world where it's always summer. You can go to places in the world where it's always winter. You can go to places in the world where it's always spring. But there is no place in the world where it's always autumn.
I would love always autumn.
Oh, fuck, how heavenly that would be. Oh,
70-degree day, 50-degree nights. Fuck yeah.
Heaven.
If I had my choice, and I know this has nothing to do with role playing games, I would love always winter.
We'll
Say
give that.
Have you been-
0 to negative 30 Fahrenheit.
I would literally be dead long before I ever got there.
I'm so good baking 9 to 10 months out of the year. I'm fine.
Winter is heavenly. I love winter, but I prefer autumn.
I like winter for one thing. Winter is the Darwinism of Mother Nature, of the calendar.
I think Darwinism is the Darwinism of Mother
But no, I mean, you have people that they forget their keys and they get locked out of their own house in the midwinter, and then they are found frozen 2 days later by the mail carrier. Or
Yeah,
you know,
that happens in Texas. That don't happen in Alaska.
Don't happen in Montreal. Don't happen in Canada. That is a place where it's hot all the time, and then you have a cold snap problem.
Like a couple of years ago when
Hang on. Shadow's taking a shot at Canada. Let's hear it before I destroy California. Go ahead.
California needs to get destroyed. But Canada, the doors are unlocked and the keys,
No,
the
they're
keys are in the
not.
hole by the doors. So
They're
the
not.
They're
They're not. Don't
in your car.
stop believing Kevin Smith's bullshit, please.
Minnesota.
We lock our fucking doors here.
I recently
That
saw
was
one
Eric
of you
that
guys
dude, but
saying,
yeah.
leave the keys by the door so when the home invader comes, he can just take the keys and leave.
Yeah, that's a joke. You understand what comedy is, Shadow?
Well, that
Do you
wasn't
understand?
a joke. That was an
Okay.
official.
Well, then that guy's a fucking moron. You talk about the thing in Toronto. They had the problem
He
with the guy
was a
beat up the invader.
moron. Like anyone who thought that was serious, yeah, come on, Shadow.
No,
Oh, by the way, hang on.
He's an elected Canadian official. He's also really stupid, and most Canadians do not agree with him.
There you go. Secondly, this is my mitzvah for the day for all the Americans. Every time you see a video on YouTube that says Alberta does a double play and leaves Canada, that didn't fucking happen. Watch
No,
the
it's just
video.
somebody in
Don't-
Alberta wishing.
No, it's a bunch of Americans wishing usually.
You're wrong. It's Albertans.
There's a ton. I watch a ton of them too, and they're Americans too, sir. Don't act like it's just the Albertans.
I've seen these freaking Albertans saying the Pledge of Allegiance and saluting the American flag. They're crazy.
Yeah, there are, but there are dumbasses in Alberta too. What do you want me to say? There's dumbasses everywhere.
Thank
That
you,
is a
George.
fact.
Thank
That's
you,
a
George.
fact. Yeah. Yeah, but that
What do you mean never
whatever the hell he
Christmas?
was.
What do you mean never
right here.
Christmas?
Oh, hold on.
What, Boxing Day?
Hold on. I just
That
pulled up
doesn't
the
mean we
article.
don't have Christmas. We have Christmas.
No, but what I wanted to say is that that guy, I know the guy you're talking about, Shadow, in the white uniform with the pretend badge.
The Toronto police officer suggested that residents leave their car keys.
He's an idiot. What do you Shadow? What do you need me to tell you that the guy's a
I
fucking
know he's
moron?
an idiot, but why would anybody,
Shadow,
not
you live in
rebut that
California.
like
You've got
at
no
a higher
to
level?
stand on, and I love you.
Okay.
But you're in California.
Dude, do you understand the shit that's going on in my country right now?
California is
It's
like
not
the only
infinitely.
place in North America.
So in Ontario, a guy broke into another guy's house at 3 a.m. That guy beat the shit out of the home invader and got arrested for assault.
Thank you, George.
A Lion, the Witch,
We
and
have
the
that happen
Wardrobe
here, too.
reference. Nice,
Especially in
George.
California.
Nice.
What? What was that, Shadow?
We have that happen in California. Like
Yeah,
every
nobody wants to be California except for the economy and the weather. That's all we want. We
Oh,
want
that's
none of the other shit.
Everybody
Fourth
working shit
weird
is
when you think
leaving
about that.
California.
Fourth largest economy in the world still. I'll take it.
Look, everyone worth of shit has already left California business-wise.
Still the
Texas
fourth largest
leaving,
economy in the
all
world.
oil
Still a lot of
companies are leaving. All of the Silicon Valley shit's leaving. They're setting up shop in like North Carolina and Texas.
Every 6 months or so, I check and I call my local U-Haul and see if there's any trucks. There aren't. So I don't know how these people are leaving.
So many people are leaving California. You can't get a U-Haul in California.
I'm not even
That's,
joking.
that's the problem. They have to hire specialty drivers long haul that
Yep.
can literally just get in a truck, take it from Florida, North Carolina, Texas, back to Cali, then immediately Uber to the airport and fly to go find another truck.
And you know what the
Okay.
most amazing part of all this is? Everybody was worried about California tourists moving to Florida.
Oh, there's a big story about that right now.
Yeah, well,
My
Florida's
point
just become even
was-
more of a red state.
All my point was is that from California, I'll take the weather, and I'll take a piece of the world's fourth largest economy, but I won't take any of their socialist nightmare People's Republic of California stand bullshit. Okay,
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
I wish we
They
were
do
so
have beautiful weather.
free as to choose.
Insanely beautiful weather. Insane. It's not right. It's the best weather in North America, wasted on the shittiest fucking people. It's
I
so
agree.
bad.
You know, back in the 50s, California, 50s and 60s, when California was more of a conservative state, it was like a powerhouse of industry. And
Yeah, I
everybody
gotta
wanted to
wonder,
live there.
how
was
is it?
beautiful.
How is it still maintaining its economy with so many people and so many companies leaving, etc.?
Hollywood?
I wonder if they're like
All fraud. It's all fraud, Shadow.
right.
But people who live in glass or in Gavin Newsom houses should not cast stones. That's all I'm saying.
There's the other part you guys probably aren't thinking about, the exit tax that they're trying to push on us for everybody who leaves.
Yeah, if you leave, you still got to pay taxes for that year or some shit.
It's like a capital gains tax. It's like, how much do you own? Okay, we're taking a chunk of it before you go.
Man,
It's
So
not like
again,
you're-
Shadow,
it's-
you're just supporting what I said. Don't make fun of Canada when you live in California.
No, I was just wondering. He talked about keys, and I was just like,
Whereas
No, you talked about keys. You brought this
someone
up,
else
sir.
brought up keys when it came to.
Or Sachs is like, I don't get. Yes, my state, when you enter the border, it says, "Welcome to the free state of Florida."
even Texas doesn't have free state of Texas on it. That's what
Yeah,
pisses me off.
we're just like, oh, you want guns? Have guns.
Okay, I do
Avoid
live
alligators.
in the Soviet Republic of Kazakhstan. It is true.
Um,
And on top of it all, I live in like the Georgian version of that. I live in Quebec, right, which is like
right.
a small
so you live in the
ethnic
version where
enclave.
they don't even speak the language.
I don't know what to tell you, Bear. I'm sorry, man.
Why? This neat thing happens when I injure myself. I don't have to worry about going bankrupt. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, you just die.
Exactly.
Or they help you.
medical treatment.
They,
They're just like,
they
hey,
offer
Bear,
you
would
a
you like
food.
to die?
What do you think?
What's really fun is when you look at a box of Canadian Fruit Loops and a box of American Fruit Loops, and you can actually read the ingredients on a Canadian Fruit Loops and go, oh yeah, oh
Now
look,
you're just
real fruit flavoring and juices. Oh, the coloring's made from fruit juice. That's so interesting. You look at the American one. I can't read half of this shit.
Now you're just bragging, and we're trying to fix that. We've got.
I hope
that
you do.
Kennedy
All right.
I hope you do. But
I'm
as
going to do my best to get that fixed. You be quiet, Bear.
as I saw today and made me laugh, it's actually a really good Robert Kennedy, by the way. I saw it today, made me laugh my ass off. I can't remember who said it. There's some lady was like on the internet. She just goes, "I swear to fuck, Trump could cure cancer, and the leftists would still find a way to complain about it." It's like, yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah, he got all the
He
hostages
needs to-
released and all of the free
He got
Palestine.
all the
people.
hostages back, and then a friend of mine I was talking to about goes, "Yeah, but he didn't get the dead bodies yet." I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" Like, fuck.
Right. And I heard someone saying, "Oh, he didn't get the women." It didn't get the women. No, because that was done like 8 months ago or whenever the fuck it was.
Mhm.
What he needs to do is come out with the most outlandish thing and support the most outlandish thing that's good for you to get all the leftists to totally show their cards once and for all. We're against puppies or something.
They've already showed their cards.
Yeah, they
No, I mean,
Don't
like
take
in the most,
Tylenol. It could give your kid autism. So what did all the leftists do? Take a shit ton of Tylenol.
fucking
no,
help
not
girls
all of them,
die.
because I still keep hearing their gums flap.
This
So
is
it
like,
didn't work on
people
all
are
of them.
idiots.
We need something like, I love air. We're going
I
to
love
start, you know what I mean?
Somebody already said that. If Trump came out,
I know.
You see,
And
Saxon?
Trump was always
You
like,
see,
I really like
Saxon?
breathing.
That's
Air
how
is
you
the
stop
best.
Warhammer.
It is the
conversation.
best.
Yeah,
It's the
well done.
greatest.
Well played,
air.
sir. Well played.
The leftists would all start wearing plastic bags.
I hear breathing. It's great. It's good for you. They say you should do it a lot, every couple of seconds. That's what I hear. My doctor said I have the best lungs he ever saw. They're the greatest lungs. They're big, beautiful lungs. That's what you need.
It's sad, but
The old lungs better than the ones on Melania.
Listen, brainworm.
that is the world we live in. And okay. And I don't understand why you're so.
But I'm tired. I want to go home. Come on.
Because compared to real life, Warhammer is actually kind of awesome.
No, it's not. It's grimdark, and I hate grimdark.
Because but okay, it might be grimdark, but everyone in the Warhammer game has a function and a cause, and
Oh, that
James.
sounds like some communist bullshit to me.
James,
Like,
the
life
reality
goal.
is that you and I would either be slaves somewhere toiling 14-hour work shifts, or we would have become lobotomized and be turned into godforsaken
No.
servitors.
no,
Or we'd
I don't
already
know
be,
about you, but I'm fit
corpse
enough
guards.
to become an Imperial Guardsman. So
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't
You-
have.
You
I
You
was,
wouldn't have.
I was in the army on Earth. Why do you
You were
think I
born.
was
You would have been.
in
You'd have been in the militia on whatever shitball agrarian planet you were on.
Possibly, but then every
And then one of your
decade
fucking
they
political
take,
leaders would
a
have committed the heresy, and the fucking Space Marines would have shown up, and you would have had to fight those fuckers, which is the equivalent of a puppy versus a crocodile.
Well, I
It's
would
not
not
going to
fight
end
a
well
Space
for the
Marine
puppy.
anyway. There's no way. I'm too
What?
loyal for that. The Emperor protects.
Oh, for fuck's sake, James.
And you could be right. We could be hivers, and that might suck. But we could also become the Adeptus Arbites. We could become guardsmen.
I need to step in there. To become Adeptus Arbites, you need to be an orphan. That's the first
that
step.
wouldn't work for me.
First and foremost, all orphans are
I could be
scooped up
adopted.
and
I don't know.
sorry.
I might be adopted.
This not adopted. You have to be an orphan.
You have
Well,
to be an
yeah,
orphan so
then I
that
was
you
an
can go
orphan,
to the special
and then
school.
you could adopt me.
Not all adopted people are orphans.
So
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
assuming
It is
you
the
get
reverse grapes of wrath.
assuming you are scooped up, you are then dumped on the School of Virginium, where you're going to be falling into one of four categories. First is dead, because you will go through live abolition and you will probably die during training. You're either going to become an Arbites, where they figure out, fine, you are so single-minded in your thing, we're just going to go down the route of making you into a law enforcer. You're going to be very good as a combatant and you'll become a stormtrooper or a scion, or you are just really good at being a leader and terrifying other people, so you will become a commissar.
I have a question. Given how well you know your brother Hungar, right, James? In the world of Warhammer 40k, how long before he pulls a Hungar level troll on the wrong person and your whole fucking clan is wiped out?
And catches a bolt round right to the face.
And they go, you know what? Let's just burn that whole fucking tree down to the roots.
Maybe, because commissars are not known for their sense of humor.
That's
They
not even-
generally don't have a
That's
big
not
thing.
even commissars. Jeez, man. You know, there's like there's an entire like labor division of the administrator, which is just generational families who's been told you did the wrong thing for the next 12 generations. Your family is working till death. Wherever
And
we send
you know Hungar would fuck that shit up for you. You know it.
Well, part of that, not to be a smarty pants, Saxius, that would be called being Craig.
that would be one.
Being a Craigman
No.
in
Hey.
life, war, and death, peace.
Oh my God. I need to re-educate you on this.
Oh,
Kriegers are specifically from the world of Krieg.
That's
That
Lord
is
Krieg, yeah.
exactly. I am referring to the labor auxiliary of the administrator.
Yeah.
There's an entire.
Somebody has to slaughter the pigs and do the corpse starch to make ration packs.
We'd all be corpse starch. Who are we kidding?
Yeah, like
All I'm
we are
going to say is,
That's a
don't
fact.
turn around. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, they're commissars in town. Ooh, uh-oh.
In Necromunda, one of the armies you can
Thank you,
play
George.
is the Butchers Guild. And the problem with them is because they spend 16 hours a day cutting up human corpses, a lot of times they end up becoming cannibals and worshiping, blood gods and things like that because they go crazy.
Why don't I like Warhammer? This entire fucking conversation is
But
the
then you
answer.
send in the Arbites to kick their asses, and it's all right.
I
I agree with you, Bear. There's got to be a contrast. There's got to be some.
There's no
There
hope
isn't.
in that
There is
universe. There's
No, there is hope.
zero. No, there isn't. What are you on crack? The minute you have hope that doesn't agree with the Empire, you're a fucking heretic. Doesn't matter if your hope was petting puppies and giving flowers to people, but we're just not into this one thing the Emperor's into. Well, fuck you, heretic. Done.
Look, you got to do what you got to do to get to the right place. And it might be a long, hard trip. Or a long, strange trip. What a long, strange trip it's been.
Are you familiar with the Siege of Rax?
I am. It went on for literally decades.
Yeah, they all believed they were fine, that they did the right thing, that they were worshipping the God Emperor, until it was revealed that the people telling them, you are doing the right thing. Make the 8-pointed star on your armor. Say these words to the saints and patrons.
That was because of that cardinal. That was a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone knew who the bad guys were when like Alpha Legion and Red Corsair started dropping into the planet.
So, James, the problem is, you and I, if we were in that universe, would look at an Alpha Legion and go, that's a holy angel of the God Emperor, because we don't know what chaos is.
Have you ever seen the little movie that somebody made where the Alpha Legion's trying to infiltrate the Death Star in Star Wars? And by the end of it, everyone in the meme is a member of the Alpha Legion. Like Darth Vader shows up and he starts talking a bunch of shit, and somebody's like, "Come on, dude, we all know." And he's like, "What?" And they're like, "Take the helmet off." And it's an Alpha Legion guy. And then they're like, "I am Alpharius." And there's just one stormtrooper standing there being like, "Am I the only one here that's not Alpha Legion?" And they're like, "Maybe." Because Alpha Legion are good guys, though, sometimes.
I've given up trying to enter that argument.
Remember on that one world where the gate blew up and it caused all of the idiots to start worshiping corn? The Alpha Legion saved that one dude and snuck him off the planet.
There's also been enough times where they have not been the good guys, and we have no clue who their legions are. But what's the point of arguing this?
We do not know. That is a fact. With the Alpha Legion, you're not sure.
Yeah. Either way, let's go to something a bit more interesting.
Oh my God! Please keep going. I'm absolutely enjoying
Either
watching
way,
you
I
guys
reject
dissect
your
it.
entire premise, Axius.
Sorry?
I reject your entire premise because I'm an optimist.
I mean,
but you're not
sure.
wrong entirely. Sure, we could both end up working chained to a thing, 16 hours a day, eating corpse starch until we died. Or maybe we could be something else. I mean, the future is wide open.
True. Although, in my perspective, I think we're heading more towards either Cyberpunk or Shadowrun.
I think we're already in Cyberpunk.
No. Like, I think we have further steps we can take for this.
John Grammaticus. That's true. The dude running around killing everybody with the Anna thing. There was also the Roman soldier who never died, and he was in the Imperial Guard for like, I don't know.
I thought you were talking about Grammaticus books. You guys checked out his channel?
Well, John Grammaticus is a character in 40K who's a immortal.
I'm pretty sure
he's been running around killing some other immortals. But the guy I'm talking about is just a normal human. He doesn't have any superpowers. He just never dies. And he was originally like a Roman citizen. And then he became a Roman Catholic. And the emperor knew he was Roman Catholic because he carried a rosary and everything. But just let him do his own thing. Because, apparently the emperor was willing to overlook that heresy. For some reason. And the guy was in the Imperial Guard for, 30,000 years or something.
So, how many of y'all have read the Eisenhorn trilogy, the first trilogy?
No, I didn't get into the
I have
Eisenhorn
not
one.
got into Eisenhorn.
I'm familiar with the character and some of the storylines.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm just going to say that while the majority of 40K and Warhammer in general, grimdark. However, the Eisenhorn series doesn't really force you to think that everything is a Robert Smith song. You're not being shoveled into a playlist of The Cure with a 17,000 voice chorus. All right.
Robert Smith sang love songs, Bruce.
It is a wonderful trilogy about a guy that's just doing what he can as one man to stop the forces of chaos.
The Cure are not depressing. You're thinking of Morrissey and the Smiths.
Yeah, Morrissey and the Smiths, like Meat is Murder and shit like that. Yeah, that's definitely.
That
Some dark shit.
I'll accept that.
But the Cure, they're like Boys Don't Cry. I will always.
Friday, I'm in love.
Or,
Just like heaven.
yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
I recognize you guys might have a different opinion about the Cure, but unfortunately, I went to high school with two idiots that committed suicide with their CDs on repeat. And what band was it? It was the fucking Cure.
Well, that
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
mean
that
the
was-
Cure's the problem. That means they're the problem. Or
They're
they
no
were.
longer
maybe the problem. Maybe the Cure was the Cure.
Fuck.
I'm happy they're gone, because if you're gonna commit suicide to that, like, wow, you had a shitty life.
well, I'm
That's
not
your
happy
bad-
they're
that's-
gone. They may have been actually ill, especially if they chose the Cure to be the song to take themselves out to. Because like, what you're sitting there listening to "Tell me, tell me, tell me how you do that trick," and you're thinking you want to die. It's like, what's wrong with you? I mean,
It's a good song. It's a good song.
you know what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
do like that song.
Make it make sense. That's all I was wanting to say.
were they Arabic?
No,
Okay.
they were like Irish or German.
I asked because the Cure's side to Love Song was killing an Arab, and that could have pushed them over the edge. Hearing the Cure sing about World War II soldiers killing an
That
Arab.
is obscure.
Well, it's the B side, and it's not obscure.
Well, today it is. Not many of us left.
But I just found the Eisenhorn series of books to be really fucking good, and I didn't have like the Black Library. Atypically, you do feel like you're being washed through a series of 1970s sci-fi whenever you're going through it, but it didn't feel like that reading Eisenhorn. Eisenhorn was different.
Do you know what the funniest thing is, Bruce?
What?
40K was invented in the early 90s to be satire.
Supposed to be satire,
I
yes.
thought it was late 80s.
Okay, late 80s.
Whenever.
I didn't encounter it until like 94, 95, something like that. With Rogue Trader, right? And it was all supposed to be satire, except whether the creators like it or not, the story took on its own existence
It did.
and just started doing its own shit.
Oh, there it is.
I'm not a fan of the game in any form. I think any of the board games are ass. I think some of the
Space
video
Marine was pretty
games.
good.
What?
Space Marine was pretty good.
Yep.
I think some of the video games are okay, but I don't think they're like as good as Doom 2016. I'll just say that. There's my
Yeah, well,
there's my watermark.
Doom guy is special.
Mhm.
Like he's the only human that like demons are actively afraid of. You know?
Yeah, 87.
Well, he's been there. He's been part of their existence for aeons. Because
Right, like-
Doom 2, he was stuck in hell. And
Yeah,
he's-
they try to go to hell to get away from this guy. He shows up.
Yeah.
He's like, no. And I got my shotgun, so let's do it. You know, it's like Doom guy is his own thing, man.
yeah.
Oh, you're saying Doom. I was
Doom.
hearing Dune. I'm like, what the fuck
No,
Dune
no,
are you
Doom
talking
guy.
about?
No, yeah, I was hearing both.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was like, okay.
sorry. I do have an Appalachian thing. Sometimes I don't enunciate correctly. I do apologize. However,
Okay,
we were
you're
talking about
forgiven.
Doom guy, who started out as just a Marine with a shotgun and now has ascended to the ranks of damn near a demigod.
But he, some of the video games are kind of okay. I think the best one I ever played was Chaos Gate from '98. It was like
Oh,
XCOM.
the Warhammer game where
Yeah.
like every time you lost a Marine, you never got him back.
No. It was a squad based tactical game like XCOM with
Oh.
time units and hit points. It wasn't like standard. Between Chaos Gate and what is it, Dawn of War 1. Those are the
Well, Dawn of
probably
War was good.
yeah. But I don't really get into the board games. I think that the GW people just like they need to stop. They can't write rules. We get it. And
But Yeah, never read Eisenhorn. I think I stopped with the Eisenstein. When it comes to, I read Fulgrim. I read the one about Dante, whose real name started with a C, and how he become Dante, and the War on Baal and all that shit. But I mean, there's like 80 something books, man. Who's got
Yeah.
time for that?
But I don't like the Space Marine books, which is like the core thing of the world. I always go for either the Inquisition or Imperial Guard. Like those are the ones I really want to read about.
Yeah,
I find that.
Yeah, Gaunt's Ghosts were good. All the Gaunt's Ghost books were pretty good.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
really like the Eisenhorn series because, like the Inquisitor books, they offer you an alternate perspective of the world that's so completely fucked. But they don't acknowledge that the world's completely fucked. They're optimistic, and that's the one thing I like about it.
The Last Chancers was pretty good too.
Yeah.
Poor what's his name? It's like he fights this suicidal thing, survives, gets a pardon, and then immediately goes to a bar and punches an officer.
I think I might have that box set.
And then as soon as he walks out the door, freaking Schaefer is just standing there waiting for him.
Yeah, it was Schaefer's Dozen or something like that.
yeah.
It was The Last Chancers, Colonel Schaefer and The Last Chancers.
Yeah, I think I have that box set. It was like a limited edition.
And Hungar's favorite character was the Navy guy who volunteered to go on the mission just because he wanted to be down there calling orbital strikes and shit, because like he didn't have to go, but he was like, oh no, I want to go. And he went and spent his time just calling down orbital strikes on everything and having a great time. But yeah, some of them were really bad. Like the Native American guy was a serial killer. Or he was from a world where they were mostly looked like Plains Indians, and he is a serial killer. He was really bad. And then Hero was like a Mordian Iron Guard guy who was told to hold a hill and decided to retreat. But the problem was by not holding that hill, it caused the break in a line somewhere further down, and like thousands of guardsmen died because he didn't follow orders. So off to The Last Chancers for you. So yeah, it's a good book. Good book. And then Gaunt's Ghosts. I already said that one. Ibram Gaunt. Yeah, that was cool. There was some good books there. That's where they introduced the
This Jameson.
no.
Oh, no, he's back.
Are we doing things? Yeah, I love the Blood Pack. A bunch of like the demon masks, and gluing them on all my Acadians I got laying around. That'd be cool. Imperial Guardsmen, Thousand Suns book. Yeah, I think the last I actually read was Fulgrim.
Be right back.
And I was like, okay. Look, depressing but cheerful pop songs. Yeah. Well, I mean, The Cure sounds depressing, but the lyrics are all kind of cheerful, you know. No matter where you go, I will always love you, you know, and all that, you know. It's like, it's a love song, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
What's the deal with Lorgar? He's the worst being ever, but he also ended up being right. That's Lorgar's deal. He sucks, but the book that the Ecclesiastes guys preach out of is the Book of Lorgar. So, surprise. Because he wrote a big Bible about how the emperor was God and shit like that.
Yeah. But there's also a thing like, no, I can't remember. Like, again, I didn't really go into the Space Marine chapters. So
Well, I don't think he's Lorgar anyway. He killed a kid on his home world and took the name.
yeah.
So no one even knows who he actually is.
He's done something like he's quite a duplicitous character as well, because he's also got Erebus underneath him, which is then also whispering all sorts of things into his ear, which isn't helping.
And then he goes on to the Talon or whatever, and he like kind of starts working on the Sons of Horus.
Yeah.
And that was the thing with the Mournival, and that's why what's his name, Loken or whatever, was like super against it at first, because the Emperor had warned that there should not be any secret organizations or anything like that. But of course they did it, because I mean, the thing about Space Marines are, at the end of the day, they're still human, so they're still going to be F-ups. You know what I mean? They're just really good at it. The other thing that a lot of people don't know is the Emperor 100% planned, after he conquered the galaxy, to exterminate every Space Marine. They were going to get the Thunder Warrior treatment.
Yeah, because the concept was that once peace had been acquired, once the Webway project was done, there was no need for the Space Marines. You would move towards a more utopian. It was also the plans that the navigators wouldn't have been needed. Like, there would have been a very large cleansing.
Yeah, like all the mutant navigators wouldn't have been needed because they would have had the Webway.
Yeah.
And to quote the Emperor, the galaxy belongs to humanity, not these engineered beings. So,
but
is there a reading order to that? Yeah, you start with book 1. What is it called? Like False Gods or something. Horus Rising and whatever. Those 3 books that get into the whole Isfan thing and all that. And that's where you learn the most about Garviel Loken, who ends up maybe dying on Isfan 5 or 4, but maybe not. It's like, And then, of course, the one guy who was in the Death Legion or whatever, Mortarians guys, he becomes the first Grey Knight. Like him and all the loyalists from the Traitor Legions become the Grey Knights. But there is legend, which, believe me, it could all be total bullshit, that Garviel Loken was saved and may in fact have become a Grey Knight too. But I mean, no one can prove any of that. So, and we know what Rylanor did. He just lured Fulgrim in and detonated a bomb in his face. Not that killed him, but it pissed him off pretty bad. Also, think about this too. St. Paul was originally Saul of Tarsus, which is a city on the coast that the Romans ruled. His father was a Roman commander. His mother was the daughter of a priest from the temple, right? The main kind of good guy in the books, the first 3 books with Isfan, is a Emperor's Children guy named Saul Tarvitz. Of course, he does die, though. So there's that. Sorry for ruining that for you.
that's right.
So again, they touch on the Bible, but they act like they don't. It's like, get out of here. 40K is 100% a ripoff of like extra biblical Hebrew tales. Like every part of it. Except for the Tau, because that's just some weeb shit right there. However, their crisis suits are really cool. I mean, if you like big robots with like missile pods and shit, yeah, they're pretty cool. They look kind of like Robotech mechs more than Bautech mechs. So, yeah. But anyway, we had a big discussion the other day on Bloodworth's channel about magic.
Yeah.
Which pretty much ended with you either use Vancian or some kind of mana-based system, and does it really matter? I don't know. But then I did a video about magic saying, if you play Baptism of Fire, you ain't got to worry about it because there's no wizards anyway. And magic is incredibly rare. And like almost nobody has any of it. And the most you could ever have is like 6. And the majority of magic is rituals that you do in between games to make like amulets and things like that to protect you from getting killed by a Strigaway or something.
Or you could play Valorous, which has like 6 distinct, if not 7 distinct magic systems in it.
Well, I mean, do you want me to push it? I mean, it's your game. You push it. I'm not.
I think
pushing
I
it.
just
You could play
did.
Valorous.
I think I just did.
I think you just did, sir. I mean,
You want to cast spells? We got spellbinders. You want to make magic up? We got sorcerers. You want to talk to arcane powers, gods, demons, primal entities? We got channelers. You want to be a witch? We got hedge magic. You want to be a dwarf putting runes on things, make them go boom? We got rune. We got that. You want to be an elf that sings to the trees? We got that. You want to be a gnome that builds things and do that? We got it all.
It is a fact that J.D. Vance did play Magic the Gathering.
Just Dance Vance?
Yeah. Just Dance Vance. In high school, he was a huge nerd and played Magic the Gathering. Probably played D&D too, but never mentioned that.
So do we get to the shameless plug section of the show? Because Arduin's got this Kickstarter going on right now with 3 different companies. The first time,
Yeah, you know what? Just steal my thunder. Just fucking smoosh your Arduin all over my shit. Just walk up and go, that's a nice shit you have here, but here's some Arduin for it. In fact, moving forward, in the Kingdom of Caldara, in which the game Valorous is set, the word Arduin is dwarf for animal shit.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
wow.
Oh, some of the shit you guys have said, and I get a wow for that? Get fucked, all of you. Dear God.
I was just saying, wow. Okay. I mean, you're very passionate.
I mean, wouldn't you be if you
I
would
mean,
be
here's
making a
the
game?
thing. I only know about 2 people on the planet who even know about Arduin. One is Shadow, and the other is my brother.
Well, now we all know because Shadow won't.
And the only reason my brother knows about Arduin is because Shadow sent him a stack of books about Arduin. So,
Like you do.
like you do, I guess. I mean,
And when I hit 1,000, we're like 11 away. We will have a huge Arduin, amongst other things.
1,000 what?
Subscribers,
Victims.
yeah, victims, potential victims. They're still hitting the buttons, but once they stop, I get notified. I send some boys out there, round them up.
Boys.
I have no problem. Yeah, I know. I have no problem with Arduin. I have 0 problem with it. If somebody wants to play it, I think that's awesome.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know,
I have nothing against
and I
it.
hope the guys that invented Arduin have a great Kickstarter too.
Yeah.
I hope they do.
It's
God bless
doing okay. It could be doing better. But it's teamed up with Griff Morgan, who put out the Lost Dungeons of Tonesborg, and Matt Tapp from Barrows and Borderlands, and all 3 companies are putting their product together in one Kickstarter where you can get all the stuff at once. It's kind of
For some reason, the Griff thing sounded really familiar.
Yeah.
He made-
Didn't he have a bunch of spite with like the Bro SR recently or something?
he's the one who put out the I think the Secrets of Blackmore documentary.
Yeah.
he's-
That's why I remember him because I owned that CD set.
And he's making the same thing for Arduin. It's just not ready yet. And
He also wrote a World War II naval game, but I don't know if it ever came out.
I know nothing.
I used to talk to him when I went on.
No, I've got the
When I actually went on X, I used to talk to the guy, but I haven't been on X in so long that.
No, I supported that one for Blackmore. I also supported the one for Gary's Basement. That's because I wanted to see what was being found. I enjoyed both. I enjoyed it. It's
Yeah.
I like the history of
Well, Griff did his research, and like the degenerate from the Great White North, he does hang out with those guys. So, and I'm talking about what's his name, the King of the Degenerates.
I have no idea.
Cook?
No one knows what the fuck you're talking about, Ben.
No, the guy who shows up in the channel all the time and calls us a bunch of fucking.
Vic's not Canadian.
Yes, but Vic hangs out with the.
I
the
think you're
guys
talking about
that
Grim
play-
Tim because he's got to be the king, if not one of the crown dukes of the
Yeah,
generous.
you said Great White North. That means Canada.
Oh, well, I can get
Oh
what
my
you
God,
would think
I'm gonna
that.
make this
I was
more about
thinking
me.
Minnesota, but okay,
Great
Canada.
White North is actually a nickname for Canada.
Yes, it is.
Come on, you
Because
gotta
I
remember
saw
the
Rick
song.
Moranis, okay, and Dave Thomas.
Listen, it's not my fault you didn't take your meds today. Don't get pissy with me.
Actually, I don't know if I did.
There was just a look of like, oh shit, did I? Huh.
Did I?
Let me ask the voices in my head. Voices, did I take my meds? Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Twice.
Pretty sure, yeah. You know,
You're
good.
fine. You're fine for tomorrow as well. It's good.
All right, thanks, voices in my head. What? Kill the president? Okay,
But
voices.
anyway,
Yeah, no, we don't
I'm
advocate for
pretty
that here.
sure that Dave of Dave Con or whoever we're talking about, the guy up in Minnesota that
Vic.
came to Florida and I avoided because
Big
I
Vic.
didn't mean to. Vic, right. I have his phone number. I should call him and be like, what's up, bro? He hangs out with a lot of those Arneson guys from way back when.
All right.
Like, you know how the original Bronstein was ran by that Colonel whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Vic plays war games or played war games with that dude.
Okay. I mean, neat.
Yeah, but just because you hung out with some of the old timers,
No, still does.
well, yeah, or still doesn't mean all that much to me. I've read Shadow Dark, and yeah,
Of course, it doesn't mean anything to you. Nothing
Wait,
means anything to
wait,
you.
Shadow-
You're like the ultimate nihilist.
You don't like Shadow Dark?
can't stand it. I'm in a game this Saturday, and I still don't like it.
I gotta ask, what is it you don't like? Is it the 5e like mechanics, or is it the Kelsey trying to streamline the process to get the rules out of the way?
It's all that and the complete lack of understanding of what it would take to actually, I don't know, go hiking for an afternoon.
I don't know. I just don't see the appeal of
The art's fantastic. I'm not going to lie, but everything else.
I don't understand what the problem with that is. I used to go hiking all the time. As a matter of fact, it was part of my job for a while.
Okay, let me ask you a simple question: what weighs more and takes up more space, flint and steel or 60 feet of rope?
Who gives a fuck? Jesus Christ!
Rope is heavier.
I do.
But,
50 fucking years of arguing about encumbrance, and the only game that does it is D&D. Every other fucking game in the world, everyone takes a rational, reasonable approach to what is in your character can carry this. Makes sense to me. D&D. We have to argue about fucking encumbrance forever. God, I hate this game.
how many
Is that-
beams
is that-
can my
is that
character
the problem?
carry?
You don't like the encumbrance rule,
It's-
Shadow?
As a
Remind-
prepper, those things come into play.
Remind me to make
Yeah.
a 3-volume set of encumbrance books.
Please. Please.
Sorry, dude. I just it's one of those hills that I will die on.
Well, you won't be alone.
I honestly trust my players with encumbrance unless they start trying to be shady.
As do I. Until I found out what a block and tackle was. And I'm like, no, you're not carrying that in the dungeon. What the fuck's wrong with you?
What's a block and tackle?
Yeah, block and tackle, that would be like 100
That's fucking like 20 pounds of wood
Oh,
and
that.
rope together.
It's like
block
a
and tackle
stand with
is
a
the original
pulley and
police
yeah,
kit.
fuck.
I just
Like they use block and tackle
What's up?
on like
It's a
old
big
sailing ships and
And
shit.
you
Yeah,
tabletop
like,
nerd, you don't even understand it.
hey, what's up, homie? Yeah.
Angry, you got my back, baby.
Yeah, right?
No, but
No,
it just
I'm
drives me
trying to
insane.
Understand why
It's not just encumbrance; it's value, cost, all of that. It all comes into play.
What? Wait. What type of encumbrance rules do we have in Valorous?
Rational, reasonable ones. You can carry approximately this much weight based on your strength. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah, that's thrown out the complete window.
Because it's not a fucking survivalist game. It's a heroic fantasy game where you ride into the wild to defeat evil and save the kingdom, not go into a fucking empty cellar looking for copper coins like little fucking miserly crazy people.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Bear, you want to know how I handle encumbrance in my game?
You're oversimplifying it.
No, I'm not. You're overcomplicating it. Go ahead, Bruce, please.
Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
You can carry. You have two hands. All you whenever we're going from place to place in exploration
I have
mode,
only
all
these
you can
two
do
hands.
is basically you have to have either a bag in a hand, a torch, a weapon in your other hand, whatever it is. But the way that the game is set up is that you are supposed to have at least half the number of NPCs in the party that you would have for PC. So if there's 6 players, there's 3 guys following the party, lugging around bags and shit. So the fucking players don't have to do that. Now,
Like we've all known about since B2 Keep on the Borderlands.
and the thing is that it's written into the goddamn rules. Because I don't want
Fact
the
is,
players
you
to
look
have
like
to
you've
fucking
got something to
stumble over
say.
shit.
Oh, it's just,
I don't want to have an argument about a goddamn weight audit of what you can carry and if that bugbear can fucking outrun you or not. I want to make sure the players are focused on
The bugbear can outrun you, and he's more stealthy probably too.
So I at one point just went, I just can't be bothered with this when my group was playing Shadowrun. And out of nowhere they start going, wait, this is a building we're in. It's like, yeah, that's very observative of you. It's like, that means that there's copper in the walls, aren't there, Oscar? I'm like, oh no, don't do this. And
Are your players addicted to meth? Is that the thing?
Meth head powers activate! Form
gonna say
of
that.
scavenger!
they just degraded down into, we are ripping out every pipe, we are taking apart every
Yeah,
every computer.
that won't alert anybody to what's going on.
No, but like
He was playing Shadowrun.
yeah. So against Shadowrun,
Pikeville County
it
edition.
was just bum
Shadowrun, Harlan, Kentucky.
bumfuck of nowhere, and it was just like my players went through these legs, and then they began to ask me like, how big are these computers? How much is this? I was just went, here are some random ass fucking numbers. You deal with this, and then they began arguing like, how much can we fit inside of the van? I was like, I'm not getting engaged. You autists can sort this out yourself. I am not feeding into this. This is not what I
Just
played.
get up and leave. Just be like, I'm done.
I was just like,
Not bad.
you can deal with this. I am not giving you numbers. You can fix this yourself. So I left them for like, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes, came back, and they're still arguing over like how much they could try and rip out of the house. That's the point where I just went, you know what? Some games, it's just not fucking worth it. And that was definitely one of the games. Because they just went in this way
The
off.
only time we ever had to say anything to anybody in Shadowrun is we had this guy we all called the Z-Man, and his character always had whatever weapon he needed in his long coat.
Right?
So it become a joke. We just F with him because it'd be like, what, you got a long coat of holding or some shit? How are you carrying a sniper rifle, a submachine gun, a machine gun, 3 pistols, a handful of grenades? It's like, calm down, dude. But other than that, yeah, you let the players police themselves. Me, luckily, I was playing a shaman, so I was just carrying some beads. And
But have you noticed?
I know.
Have you noticed? The only game in role playing that people give a fuck about how much you can carry is D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I no. Well, maybe fantasy RPGs.
we haven't completely touched on Shadow's trauma yet, Bear.
Okay, go ahead.
Because we haven't brought
really
up
simple. It's really
arrows
simple.
and how if you critical fell a shot with your bow, you could be out of arrows.
It's pretty
Well,
simple.
you look at him.
Some jobs require some tools. If you don't have that tool, you're not going to accomplish the job. It's that simple. And
Yeah.
people like to be prepared. I, for one, like to be.
What gripping narratives these games must be. Oh my God, what? We need to find a way to open the door. Do we have a key? No. Do we have anything else we could use? No. If only I wasn't over encumbered and could have brought that box of toothpicks. Damn it. Now we'll never get those extra silver coins behind the door. Fucking boring.
Grab a dead bard and use his head as a battering ram.
Yeah. Like,
My favorite thing is just
That- that-
watching
that-
Bear
that's-
get all agitated about shit.
Yeah, I guess
well,
you can't-
I say, okay, hang on. Fuck you. How long did I sit here like a good boy and listen to you guys ramble on about 40K?
Very long.
You did. And
Okay.
for some reason, you didn't lose your shit, which was very
You were
disappointing.
waiting for that to happen, but it never did.
But now you're losing your shit, and that means we can have a good time.
Exactly. I pick my moments to be a fucking comedic value for you.
Well, that's, I mean,
Come
basically
on,
your
dance,
whole country.
monkey,
Sure.
dance.
Christmas gift, sir. I hope you enjoy it. Also, I'm a bear, not a monkey. Shut the fuck up, Bruce. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna curse you with fucking Mariah Carey Christmas albums. Don't you fucking wait.
I live in Canada. I got Celine Dion Christmas to deal with. Fuck you.
I kind of like Mariah Carey.
Yeah, like Mariah Carey's a breath of fresh air compared to the Celine Dion bullshit we have to put up with here.
Gandalf wanted to use Pippin's head to open the doors of Mordor. That is, I mean, Gandalf was smart. So maybe that's an option.
Yeah, I just
Grab a
can't
halfling and
hand
just
wave shit like
Go
that.
to town.
But then, fixate on other stuff like only combat. There's a whole lot of,
Oh,
there's a rhyme and reason
you know
to the
what,
way I
guys?
do
It's
it.
fucking lame, is my point.
So you just-
Holy
I don't know about
fuck.
that, but it just occurred to me that
So you just let them have whatever they
Tolkien
want
at
when it
no time
comes to
really went
problem
into
solving?
Thunder.
Or they just have to do it with, brawn and swords.
Hey, quick question, Jim. Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Is it possible, given my character is a thief, right? I might have like some sort of device I could use to like jimmy a window open, like a small crowbar or something. Well, you didn't write it on your character sheet, Steve, so it's completely outlandish that you would have that.
I'm not talking about the basic thieves tool kit. I'm talking
Dirty,
about other stuff.
filthy story gamer.
I've been accused of being the same thing, but I do.
You know what I don't do to my players, Shadow? I don't put them in situations where they need specific pieces of equipment to get shit done. And if they don't have those pieces of equipment, well, fuck them for not outthinking me.
No, this is mostly the players who prepare adequately, as opposed to just running in with
And having fun, and chaos ensues and rolling dice and
Shadow,
laughing.
you are
I'm
a very
pretty sure my
good-natured
players have
man. I
fun.
want you to know that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your players have Stockholm syndrome. Oh no,
Hey,
wait,
that's my job.
no, that's Axios. My apologies.
That's my job. They keep coming back. I keep beating them, and they keep coming back. It's just, at some stage, I just have to say, it's not me that's the problem. It's them, and I'm just here to give them therapy.
I
I
got the same
continue to
thing
beat
going
them.
on, Sanxius.
What's up?
Sanxius. I get it. I've been running a game for 4 years for Pathfinder, and I can't get rid of this group of people. I fucking made the game more complicated.
get rid of. Come on, Bruce.
Rocks fall, everybody dies. The elders show you the way.
The problem is, rocks fall, everyone dies. Doesn't quite scratch the
It
itch.
doesn't quite
It's got to
take
be.
care of everything there, Bear.
Well, then apparently you need therapy. Well, what do you want me to say?
I mean, what else do about me?
I'm
I
a
can't
rather
say
large
anything
fan.
about who needs therapy.
I don't know. I don't think I would.
We
I
do
don't know how I
we do
feel.
trauma bonding. You guys think it's an RPG, but it's really just trauma bonding.
I just don't
No,
understand
it's-
why it's so important.
Role playing for me is a chance for my TISM to go off in a very specific direction. because
Okay, there you go.
I like numbers. I like domain play. I like working with Excel and creating these things and having things where I can sit and roll out 100 different things in a place where only you see like 2 or 3 of them. To me, that's an extraordinary amount of fun.
And then when the campaign's over, throw them all away because you never reuse shit.
Exactly. Literally, like put hours and hours of work into it. Like spend 2 or 3 days a week making it. And when it's all
I pretty much do the same thing, except that depending on the situation, I'll probably keep that stuff for later.
No, God, no. Throw it away. You don't need it. This is how you keep your creativity going. You don't need anything. The moment you're done with that campaign, just everything into the trash folder, click delete, and then start anew.
My God, man. Who hurt you?
Do you want an answer? I have
Yes.
an answer.
I want the
Me.
answer.
I have been hurting myself.
Denmark.
I look
It's
myself in the mirror and go,
self-inflicted.
exactly. I see the mirror and I smile, and the smile gets back is terrifying me.
Well, I know your players feel.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean that's what it was.
I
It was
tell them what
Denmark.
they're up for. I warn them. I tell them right ahead. Listen, this is what I'm like as a person. You're gonna enjoy my games, but I will subject you to experiences you didn't know that you had or that you didn't need in your life.
George,
Or
now
that
we
you
gotta,
wanted.
why did you tell us that? Now we got to go back.
Why we got to go back? What happened?
He said I had to nearly collapse a cave on my Star Wars players to keep them from being the wealthiest people in the universe.
Why we have to go back?
Because it was full of force crystals, and now we got to go back. So
What? Force crystals. No. You bring them all out there, and then you realize you're collapsing the market, like the Spanish and the Portuguese did when they came back from the Americas with all that gold. Did not go very well. Or
You guys,
even better, they get all of this, and the HOTS, the syndicate, whoever you need, goes, that's nice. That's our side hustle, and no, you don't get to step in here. Or the Jedi's confiscate them, or something else. It's like finding uranium. No government is going to let you keep it.
yeah, I just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think sometimes when I
What's up?
contemplate like quitting role playing, it might be this.
What's that? What's a force crystal?
Like, you need force crystals to make lightsabers,
Kyber.
and the higher quality force
Oh,
crystal, the better lightsaber.
Kyber crystal.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but some people can call them whatever, and it doesn't have to be a kyber crystal. The pearl from the inside of a freaking dragon
Great
off
dragon.
of Tatooine will work.
Great dragons.
Mhm.
A great dragon pearl will create a lightsaber that has a white blade.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
How do I know this? Because I played Knights of the Old Republic, baby.
best video game ever.
I've yet to play it. But
Please
yes.
kindly take all your expanded
It's-
universe
it's
bullshit
actually
and shove it
One,
right
somehow.
up your force holes, please.
I mean,
It's actually-
It's actually
You'll
really
dig it.
good, and I
It's a good
chose to be a dark side guy.
I've got it somewhere in my Steam, so I'll eventually get around to
So
play
my
it.
Revan was definitely dark side, and I corrupted the Jedi chant counselor chick or whatever.
Kriya or Bastila.
The B one.
Okay, yeah.
And then I ripped Darth Malgus's head off
Mhm.
for betraying me. And then we decided to go out into the universe and do our own thing after we destroyed the Starforge. Because, you know,
Are you talking the RPG or the video game?
I'm talking the video game.
Okay. Did you play 1
Yeah.
and 2 or just 1?
Just one, but then I actually wasted about a year of my life playing the MMO too,
Gotcha.
where I, of course, played a Sith juggernaut.
Yeah, there were a bunch of MMOs I wanted to play, but I just couldn't.
Oh, it sucked. It was like when I started a guild called Rage on Sith side, and we had 150 members, and like a month later, we had, I don't know, 20.
I wanted to play
And
that
it
one
wasn't
and
because
City
of
of
the
Heroes.
guild, it was
I even
just
bought
the
the book for City of
population.
Heroes.
Just the population bottomed out. No one wanted to play the game because, I mean, once you got to the highest level, the game just basically sucked. You know what I mean? Now, getting to the highest level was awesome because it played like Knights of the Old Republic, where you had all the different, you know, decision trees and you could do all this shit. Like somehow my character became a Sith Lord, even though I was really good, had no dark side points at all.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird, ain't it? Apparently, I was just a really good guy, but I was also a Sith Lord. So, you know, but that was the problem with the MMO, is it played like Knights of the Old Republic. So when you hit level 50, you're sitting around being like, okay, there's no more story. What am I supposed to do? Well, they say PvP, except guess what? PvP is so unbalanced that it's not fun. So the game goes from over 1 million users to like 12.
Hey, James, I think
Yeah.
apple pie in Jamaica for a slice is $2. In the Bahamas, it's $2.50. These are the pirates of the Caribbean. See, I knew you would appreciate
That
that.
is great.
I knew you would
That
like
is
that.
great. Of course, I would like
I
that.
fucking hate
love
puns,
it.
but I saw that and went, you know what? I got to share that with James because he'll love it.
The Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh yeah. I wonder what Jamaican apple pie would be like too. Probably pretty good, I guess. I don't know. My wife makes amazing apple. I'm
right,
sorry.
hang
You
on,
know,
hang
you
on.
say things that are jokes, and then I like
Hang on. Stop for a second.
think about it.
Remember in Demolition Man where it's the future and everyone's a bunch of fat androgynous moo wearing pussies and everything's illegal? Yeah,
Yeah.
not so funny now, eh?
You're not wrong.
I have nothing to say. I love the state I
You're
live in.
police. We're not equipped to handle this kind of violence. That is one of the best Wesley Snipes movies ever. Not counting Blade, obviously.
Here, you'll like this one, James. I didn't have influencers growing up. I had uncles who gave bad advice for free.
That's so true. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a joke, but it's not. It's reality. And not just uncles, like all of your friends too, that told you to do things that would probably get you killed, but you did it anyway.
Why must I
That
prove
was
that
just
I
our
am?
generation.
Why must I prove who I am? That I am me to pay my bills over the phone. Do strangers randomly call to pay my bills? And if they do, why are you not letting them?
That is a good point there too. You would think that you wouldn't have
Probably
to.
because if you did that once, you could then use that to then fuck with that person.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Shadow.
Think that can
In
happen?
Shadow's defense, I was thinking something similar.
Yeah, but you're autistic. You're allowed to think that way.
I thought Shadow was as well.
No, he's a hipster. There's a difference.
He's what?
Because
He's a
it could
hipster.
possibly be both, right?
No,
Right.
God.
He's a hipster.
There's no way in hell an autistic person could be a hipster because they'd find one fucking thing and then become the world's expert on that one fucking thing, which thereby defeats the ability of being the hipster who at any point in time can bust out the, well, actually, there's this thing and this thing, there's this thing, but you've probably never heard of it. For any fucking subject that exists, my friend. Like you do. Leatherback wolf face. What was that fucking band? Leatherback wolf jacket? What the fuck were they called?
Oh yeah,
Just leather wolf. Yes.
Leather cop penis brain, whatever the fuck they were.
I'm telling you what, I don't think I'd want to go to a Leather Wolf show
Why not?
Oh,
because I'm not sure that I am their target demographic.
That's all right. It's okay to experience new things.
Yeah, there's certain new things I don't want to experience.
Well, it's just
Right.
music, right?
Like, being groped or manhandled by a bunch of leather gay guys,
You're inserting this yourself.
I'm saying I don't want to go see Leather Wolf in the Blue Oyster. That's some shit Shadow knows about.
No,
I don't know
that's
about
not.
it. You're the one who brought him up.
Because we were talking about people we couldn't stand, and they were high on my list.
I mean,
Oh.
fair enough.
They had
Yeah, I brought up Halford,
Christ.
the gayest guy ever that everyone knew was gay, but yet no one ever said anything about it.
because no one gave a fuck.
Because no one cared. And it's like when people are like, hey, man, did you know that Rob Halford was gay? And you just look at him like, how did you not? He walked out on stage in assless leather chaps with chains and
I don't know about
I mean, he literally looked the part. It's like,
And all Shadow heard in his head was ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
oh yeah. I'll tell you what though, Shadow is probably a beautiful dancer. He could probably do the merengue. He can probably do the cha-cha.
I can either
He can
confirm
do
or deny.
like all of those like Hispanic dances. That's why his wife married him. Like he was out on the dance floor doing the tango or some shit. Next thing you know, he's married to a communist.
I know, right?
They're like plotting, the overthrow of Cuba or something.
Yeah, the woman's insane. She's the shyest
Well-
woman on the planet, and yet still claims to be full of Aztec warrior blood. I'm just like, you're French. Shut the fuck up. She doesn't look Mexican at all. She looks French. Her
Look.
family's got that in her ancestry, not very far back apparently, or her mom cheated on her dad just the one time because she looks nothing.
Quick question: as I live in a place full of them, what do the French look like that you can just spot them on the street? Like
She
that?
doesn't look Mexican. Is what
Is
I'm
she
saying.
is she wearing a black and white striped shirt? Does she have a baguette with her at all times?
No,
That's-
but she's
Sorry,
got
sorry. My apologies, Americans. Does she have French bread with her at all times? Is she wearing a
she's got a
beret?
collection of
You're so
berets,
wrong
smoke.
in every way,
could
Bear.
outfit an entire regiment.
Is she always smoking? Is she always smoking? Does she have a general sense of ennui around her?
No.
You
Right
can
when I
always
said
tell the
that any
French
of those
guy
traits-
because
any
he's
of
the
those
guy
traits
carrying the
are
white
fine.
flag.
All I heard, by the way, is blah 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 blah. That's all I heard. One at a time.
Oh, good, because that's what you should have heard. But what I actually said is, you can tell the French guy because he's carrying the white flag.
Oh, there we go. She's waving white flags. Is that what your wife does?
No, she's just very very shy, and when she's not, she's very very passive aggressive.
That does meet a lot of cultures, not just French.
No, I know, but she doesn't. All the rest of her family look.
See what
Mexican.
happens. See what happens, Shadow, when people take little things you throw away and make them overly fucking pedantic, like you do. That's what it feels like. Just so we're clear.
I'm just sitting here.
I know if I was
look,
allowed
I
to get a
think
word in edgewise, I could have finished the freaking sentence.
Bah, 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 bah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I think that if Shadow needs to get some shit off of his
He
chest
does.
as friends, we should allow him.
Okay, you know what? You're right, James. I'm being a bad person. Go ahead, Shadow. Get your issues with the French
I
off
mean,
your chest.
if you've got some shit you need to say, man, say it.
Yeah.
I did. It's just the rest of her family looks stereotypically Mexican. She does not look like any of them.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm still not
When
getting
you say
it, but
that she
okay.
looks like she's French, are you saying she's like part Bigfoot? I mean, a lot of French girls I know, they smell like bad cheese and they have a lot of fur on them.
You don't know any French girls. Stop your lying.
I've been in
Jesus
France.
Christ. They have a lot of fur and they smell like cheese.
I've
Jesus
been in the port of
Christ.
Brest.
How do you listen, Bruce? Shadow, Merry Christmas. This is your break of my attention, Bruce. How the fuck do you live in a world where you've put everyone into such little tiny boxes of stereotype, and that's how you see them at all times?
I kind
It
of want
must
to
be
get my
difficult.
stereotypes.
Easy. It's really good. It's easy. Like I just got a 7-day ban on Twitter because of my stereotypes.
No shit.
How could you get banned on
No,
Twitter?
it's suspension because I told JD Pritzker to make a ceiling pizza.
Oh yeah. You're not allowed to tell people. to
Oh,
do
that's
that.
why I like Gab better because I can say things like "I wish you would self-delete," and I can't stand that fat fuck ruining my home state.
Yeah,
You are
should-
officially now
should
part of the
say that.
problem. Just
That's
so you know.
fine.
When kill yourself
But-
is your
but,
comeback.
I mean, if you want to call him a filthy whatever bastard, you can do that.
Hey, you just go, hey, you fat fuck. Like, that's how you need to do. Hey, you fat fuck. Why don't you jog to
Yeah.
work, lose a couple of fucking pounds, maybe see the people under you keep stepping on you, fucking oligarch. Like, I mean, there's ways to burn people without getting banned. I'm just saying.
If Twitter would not ban my hostile posts against JD or JB Pritzker, if they wouldn't ban things like that, where I've encouraged him to exercise, I've encouraged him to skip China buffet today, I've encouraged him not to go to Golden Corral this week. If they would not be deleting those posts, I would be fine. But I have a real problem because there's a sympathizer somewhere in the Twitter servers that won't let you put things that are just truthful like that.
I'm
And
just
so
gonna
when
I'm just
I-
gonna let this go here before I start suggesting you need therapy, and just say, you know what? That's fair. They're all out to get you, brother.
I thought we've already established that we all need that.
I thought we did too.
I reinforce it.
I don't think so.
I don't know where I stand on that, but
Yeah, I don't think I need any therapy.
Yeah. Those,
You know,
those
the
who
people
don't
who
think they
don't
need
think they
therapy are
need
usually the
therapy.
ones who need the therapy the most.
I
Yeah,
am
they're the
a,
ones that
I am a
need it the
contributing
most.
member of society, and all my problems are kept away from everyone else.
You know, so is Ted Kaczynski.
Oh, why does that ring a bell? Is that
Unabomber.
this?
Because he was
Oh.
the Unabomber.
He
I don't
lived in
know.
Montana.
I was thinking of Richard.
He also
Kuklinski.
won the Leeds Medal and was considered one of the most brilliant mathematicians ever.
I have not looked into this man at all because he is not.
Oh, don't, because you'll
Sure.
start going.
It
That was a good
might put you
idea.
on a watch
That was
list.
a good idea. Oh shit, he was really right about some stuff, and then the next thing you know,
You get
you're
a knock.
writing fucking mean letters on an old typewriter underneath a bare bulb in the woods. That's all I'm saying.
Or you're getting a knock on the door by the local.
That's how that shit works. You gotta watch out.
Or you start
I mean,
figuring out
you
ways to
gotta-
send anthrax to people through the mail. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, don't do any of
No,
that.
I live in a surveillance in a state where that would be monitored closely enough as is. So,
That's true. You do live in the most surveilled first world place on the planet.
Yeah.
How's that feel, by the way?
It
They're watching.
feels like I'm being loved.
There you go. Big Brother cares.
You know, that's the thing. It's like every time I see Saxius online, I'm always happy because it means that he hasn't said anything to get thrown into prison. yet.
I'm not on social media at all. At all. Like I have like I have a Facebook, but I have not logged into that. It's purely
You have no footprint.
Yeah.
So
That's it. Like I'm gone. Like effectively, like the only place I'm really sort of active these days are Discord, and that's usually on specific servers that I jump into.
You know why I don't go to the States anymore, even though it's like literally like an hour and a half away. I could drive down to Plattsburgh, New York, or an extra hour I could be in Burlington enjoying those great cafes and beautiful Lake Champlain and all the rest of it. You know why I don't go anymore?
Go on.
Because now at
American?
the border, they will ask for your phone,
Yeah.
and you have to unlock it for them, and then they have a program that goes in and just fucking downloads everything out of it,
yes,
looking for shit. You
Yeah.
know what? I'm not going to the fucking States.
which
I-
includes me.
Who's doing that? The
Border
U.S. side or
Patrol,
the-
U.S.
US
side,
US
going to the States.
It is
Really?
actually
Yeah.
yes. It
You
is-
remember after 9/11 when you guys started blaming us for terrorists going from Canada into the U.S. and we were like, it's your border patrol. How the fuck is it our fault?
I don't remember any involvement in that.
Oh, I remember that one. Oh,
Why did it be personal?
If I'm
I didn't do it.
if I may, Shadow, it is actually advised within the European countries that if you are going from the European Union into the United States, you should be considering not bringing your phones and your personal laptops or anything of that
Yeah.
nature over, because you have to treat it as though you're entering into a hostile
Yeah.
area.
That's pretty
Meaning,
fucked up.
That's your country.
well, there are a few situations where I know that, not that I know, but I've read of Danish people who have gone to the United States where they said, we're there for holiday, and as a part of the holidays that we would like to contribute and help out things. Because they said that at the border, that was considered that they had a tourist visa, but they said something that was related to work, they were immediately expelled out. Okay, you said the wrong thing for that interview, but that's how strict it's gotten.
Yeah.
You
If they find anti-Trump
Yes.
memes and shit like that on your phone, you're denied entry.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Your
Yeah.
border patrol is like acting like a fucking what's it called? Puritan guard for your country. Like, they just do whatever the fuck
it's
they
so
want.
nice that the system is finally working.
Shut up.
Mind you,
You beat
if I ever find myself, because if I ever find myself having to be taken aside if I come into the UK, I'm gonna find myself in a similar thing because they can then bring up the Terrorist Act, which means
Don't
that-
worry, we've got some bills in Parliament that they're going to be voting on soon to make sure the same shit happens in Canada. So, yay!
Yay! Yeah, no, but if I don't cooperate, I will be hit with basically cooperating with potential terrorists, and then that will go against my right to stay in the country. That means I can get kicked out, and yeah, so there's a whole bunch of things where I just gotta stay calm.
To be fair, though, you are Danish.
I know, but I also am married, and I've got investments here in this country, and I'd like to stay here.
I'm just saying, a lot of English people may not be super fans.
How long have you been in the UK for?
Let me think here. 12, 13 years.
And you're not a citizen yet?
Nope.
Why?
They do not do naturalization here.
No, but you married a Brit.
That doesn't count.
So how do you become a citizen?
I'm not a citizen. I have a permanent stay. I have to.
How do you become a citizen?
Sorry, I misheard. So I will have to take a test for that, which costs £1,350.
So if you put £100 aside for every year you've been in England, you could afford it right now.
If I
Boy, you got a license for that citizenship?
pretty much, I mean, I could do it. I personally believe that it would be a fraud for me to do so because, on my principles, I don't believe that I am English.
George, can you do me a favor? And I agree, I've read that article as well, and it's fucking horrific. I would like to point out Canada. He didn't say Canada, but I'm just saying for you guys in the States. A specific school in Canada did this. This is not Canadian policy. It was just one asshole school did it.
It only takes one bad apple.
Ay, fuck.
No, I'm defending you. I'm saying it. One bad apple ruins the bunch, Just because somebody wants to be a jerk about something that they had no reason to be a jerk about.
I have no idea why you would want to ban, of all things, pork. Pork is a fairly clean meat. If you cook it proper, it is a very nutritious, very protein-rich meat. What's the problem there?
It's like this is why you get banned on Twitter, just so you know.
I'm just like, I mean, I think we all know exactly what the situation is.
Yeah.
Saxius is bringing back the Dane law. Yeah, that's what he needs to do.
As tempting as it is, maybe not worth it, to be honest.
Tell those British bastards to get on their knees and bow before their Danish overlords.
Again, probably not worth it. The amount of overhaul,
The
amount of overhaul that would have to be done bureaucratically would just be a nightmare for me. I'd rather not.
Wait a minute. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit so hard on you not wanting to get into some bureaucracy. Fuck you, you lying sack of shit. You are lying.
He's got me.
Everyone knows if you need a whole bunch of bureaucracy done, Saxis is the. I hear he's very good. He works fast. Gets it done. Very authentic. Very, very good. Detail oriented.
Yeah. See, what Saxius needs to do is get like a boom box, and like every time he leaves his house, just put on Zeppelin Immigrant Song on repeat.
Jesus.
And just walk down the streets. Come from the land of the ice and snow.
Get on the double decker.
Yeah. Hammer of the gods. We push our ships.
Will guide us to distant shores. Yeah.
Yeah.
Valhalla, I am coming. That'd be hilarious, fun. Of course, he'd be arrested for terrorism.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a license to play that song?
Yeah, that'd be more likely.
I'm certain that you guys just broke a couple YouTube music laws there by just even hinting at the rhythm and the riff. I'm certain.
I think if I do it, it's okay.
Yeah, you can
Just say it's parody and tell them to, pound
sand. I knew you were gonna say that.
Except then somebody will make a meme
Is that or
about
Kick
all
Rocks?
of us
Yeah,
as a chorus singing
it was a 50-50.
"Don't Quote Me Boy" because I ain't said shit by Eazy-E. You'll all end up in the meme for that.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Ed, I'm trying just to.
Who said I'm trying just to? Oh fuck! I can't remember the next line.
You know what was better than that song though? 3 a.m. Eternal.
I'm sorry. What?
3 a.m. Eternal.
Yes. You know what's even better than that? You know what's even better than 3 a.m. Eternal?
What?
Justified Nature with Tammy Wynette. That is the best. They're justified
pretty good.
and they're ancient and they drive an ice cream van. I mean, that song is fucking amazing. The KLF was amazing, okay? And the Justified Ancients of Moo were amazing, and they were amazing. And I love how they just one day went, well, we're done. Burn everything we own, destroy all copies of songs that we own, take them down from everywhere, revoke all licensing, and let's just go wander off into the British countryside and live the rest of our lives.
Hey, they made their money and they were like, yeah, we're done.
I know. Because I remember the day they did it, and my fucking Apple Music, suddenly all my KLF tracks were gone. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Where'd all the KLF stuff go? And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, they've pulled all licensing. They've burned all master tapes. They just erased themselves. So if you don't have the CD or the cassette or the record, fuck you, you know?
See, they shouldn't have been able to do that, though.
Why not?
Because it's like, you know, if you already paid for it, come on, man.
Well, no, because it's a part of the Apple Music subscription.
Yeah. If
So
you
I
don't,
pay for the individual songs.
it's a bundle.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bundle thing. It's
Yeah.
You're paying for the privilege of having access to everything. Like
Remember we were discussing how musicians now make their money off concerts, no longer off album sales?
Yeah.
It's because
they
of
always
this.
got screwed on albums,
It's because of this. Because basically they used to get money off album sales and the tour was just to sell more albums and merch. Now, because they're part of all these music distribution deals, they literally get pennies for their songs.
Yeah.
So they make money by touring and doing concerts.
Yeah, I think the guy who really effed up that whole thing was Buddy Holly. Because when they tried to sign him, he refused to, like, basically bow to any of their bullshit. Like, he was like, no, I'm keeping the rights to everything.
No, they would never do something like that.
Moo Land. Moo Land.
They tried. If you ever watched the Buddy Holly movie with that crazy bastard in it.
Gary Busey has a good big head wound.
Yeah, Gary Busey. It goes into how when he goes to New York, they try every way under the sun to rip him off. And he's like, no.
I think Bear was implying something a little more permanent.
Yeah, did you not hear what I said?
Yeah, he did the airplane.
My Pegasus, only like that was the end of that shit.
It was,
Chantilly lace
was,
and a pretty face and a ponytail. 3 with 1, man. They got 3 with 1.
well,
but nobody
I
misses
mean,
the big bump.
they got Buddy Holly, they got the Big Bopper,
They got Richie Valens. Wasn't Richie Valens on that plane?
and I think maybe Richie
Yeah.
Valens, the Jersey boy. Cherry,
It's a great
baby, cherry. Right?
American
Let
Pie.
Canada belong. American Pie is one of the most overplayed, tiresome fucking songs that was ever written. It was good when you first heard it. It was good when you heard it a third, 10th time. And then you had that one friend in college who wanted to break down the lyrics for you and tell you what each lyric was about. And by the time you were done smoking a joint with that guy, you're like, if I never hear this fucking song again, I will
I
be
never
so
met that
fucking
guy.
happy.
I still love that song.
Speaking of smoking a joint, I started watching Half Baked today. I made it about 10 minutes in. And I'm like, yeah, about 20 years ago, this movie would be fantastic.
I hated that movie so much when it came out. All my friends would get to watch this movie, man. I watched it. I'm like, this is stupid. The movie's just stupid.
That's kind of where I'm at on it.
I
It
never saw it.
very low effort script.
It's also how I felt about Old School, just in case anyone's wondering.
I'm not a fan of that movie either.
You know what I wondered? Did you write the book of life?
And do you have faith in God above? Because the Bible tells you so. Or do you believe in rock and roll and well music save your mortal soul?
Mortal soul.
And can it teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him because I saw you dancing in the gym. I know that song really well because in college, my fucking girlfriend obsessed about that song.
It was first
I love those rhythmy
learned all the words
blues.
to.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
It was the very first song I learned all the words to. I was about
Really?
Yeah, and it's always held a special place.
It's really
in my
funny.
heart.
I think the first song I ever learned all the words to was Old MacDonald. But that's okay that you were such a hipster.
No,
You learned the fucking words.
This was before kindergarten, so yeah.
Oh, that felt good. Oh, put some sugar on me.
I wasn't referring to like that kind of song. I was talking, something that was good.
Shut up and let me have my victory lap, you fucking hipster. Well, by the way, Shadow, if you don't understand that this is how I show love, you're completely missing the point.
Oh, I know exactly how you do what you do.
There we go.
Why you do what you do.
Because it's
I'm
fun.
still here, right?
That's fair. That's fair. There are those who are
If
not.
I was a pussy, and took it personally, I'd be out.
I learned to sing Little Drummer Boy and then sang it at my school, whatever.
I had to do the Gambler, dressed up like a
And my
cowboy.
mom
What?
was so proud of me.
Yeah,
The what?
yeah.
No, I didn't
Gambler.
do it.
Gambler.
The
the
Gambler,
Gambler.
Kenny Rogers.
Oh.
I was like 9 or something, and they dressed me up in a cowboy suit, and they made me sing in front of a visiting school.
I keep forgetting
Rhinestone Cowboy was
Canadians
my
are
experience
country
like
as
that.
shit, some of them.
Well, I grew up country as fuck, dude.
Yeah, like you see them with their jeans and their cowboy hats and their flannel shirts and shit. It's like, wow, man, these guys are redneck as shit up here.
And Nerdy Ogre
That's
just
a good
showed us how not cool.
My, this here Anakin
Oh,
guy. Yeah,
Weird Al's.
he wrote that
I
before
don't
he
know what
even
he's
seen
from.
the movie.
Weird Al has sometimes been a national treasure, but much like Jesus, it's not him I have a problem with; it's his fans.
Well,
Yeah,
don't listen to them. Just listen to his works.
You can't. You can't.
Really, I can't name one of his fans besides.
Fuck! I'm at a fucking SCA event. We're all sitting around the fucking campfire in our stupid costumes. I'm wearing a fucking Viking tea tunic, and we're all supposed to be just, fucking burning food and drinking and having a great time. And an asshole with a guitar's there. And the next thing you know, we're filking away with the Weird Al songs. And everybody's singing along. And I'm like, wow, this is so medieval.
Right off the bat, anybody who shows up to a party with a guitar needs to be stuffed into their guitar.
Well, this is the thing. I was in there going, this is the Society for Creative Anachronisms, yet he has a guitar, which was not invented in the Middle Ages. And we're singing Weird Al versions of songs that were not around in the Middle Ages. What the fuck is actually going on here? How is this the SCA?
Yeah. That's wow.
I've run into
This is allowed, but I'm not allowed to throw a fucking sidekick in a fight? What?
What?
I threw a roundhouse. I was fighting a guy, and he came at me, and his swords were high, and his midsection was open, and instinct took over, and I roundhouse kicked him in the fucking breadbasket as hard as I could, because I had greaves on my legs or shin guards or whatever, and he had chainmail, and I took the wind out of him, and I was given a talking to about how that's ungentlemanly fighting. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No one kicked anyone in the Middle Ages? What are you fucking talking about? It was so weird.
Yeah, they get a little antsy with you if you get a little too pushy with the shield too.
Okay, George.
I've had
They're
that.
just going to fill the entire chat with the lyrics to that song.
Yes. Because they want to see if they can get me to go off, because apparently that's the most entertaining shit I do.
But,
You're going to turn into a Kai if you're not careful.
You take that back, you dirty whore.
All you gotta do to Kai though is start
saying,
talking
dude.
about how every single orc is evil,
It's not too late.
and he'll just quit his own stream. I've seen it happen.
I say nothing.
He does have triggers.
Yeah, like
say nothing.
superheroes.
He's got triggers.
He's got something. I know that Max went on a show and just started going off about every orc is evil and anyone who says otherwise is a big sissy, blah, blah, blah. And Kai just quit the show. Just, boom. And Max is just sitting there.
I still think the best moment of all time was when L, God rest his soul, although not likely, suggested we start a GoFundMe for Kai to get him a belt. Man.
Oh, God.
Get him a
Poor
belt.
guy.
Oh, yeah, because he stood up to do something, turned around, plumber's crack.
Fucking he had serious plumber crack.
You had Plumber
Yeah,
Canyon. That was no crack. That was a canyon. That's no moon.
Yeah, but Kai's not alone. I've seen it elsewhere. It's actually on the previous Arduin Kickstarter.
Oh, fuck.
OGGM did the same
Arduin, there it
thing.
is.
OGGM did the same thing because he never shows himself on camera. If you know him, he does. He's got a bunch of social anxiety issues, and the one time he did, and he's doing something for Arduin, and the video's still up on the Kickstarter from like 2 years ago. He turns around, does the same fucking thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, you poor bastard.
I like OGG. I talk to him all the time.
Which okay, is that Off Grid Gamer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about OGGM.
Oh, that guy hates my guts.
He hates me too, but he's like one of the normal Californians I know. Shadow is one of the abnormal Californians I know. I get along great with Shadow. I don't get along with most Californians. There.
Bruce, must we really break it down by state at this point, sir?
I'm just saying that whenever I've been there,
You are such a salty fucker that when my fucking driveway freezes this winter, it'd be cheap for me to fly you up here and have you roll around in my driveway to deal with the ice, then go buy salt at the fucking store.
It'll come with a whole layer of olive oil too.
The only problem is you might get arrested at the border for your rampant thoughts.
I'll have to leave my phone behind.
No shit, dude. I was just thinking about that. I really, really, really want to go to ClariCon. It's on my bucket list. One of the few times I will leave, the few reasons I would leave this country. And knowing that, I now have to go and get a flip phone just for the trip.
What?
So that I can call Bear and have him pick me up.
Yeah, I don't drive. Take a fucking Uber.
See, the question would be,
Wow.
they would open up my phone and the first thing they'd see is the meme of the cat with the little black thing under its nose.
Oh, dear Lord.
And it says, I have to keep my cat inside because he looks like he wants to invade Poland. And then I would be immediately ejected from Canada. They'd be like, get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? I love that, though. You guys have all seen the meme,
Oh, yeah,
right?
a million times.
The cat, he's got the little black patch under here and has got like
Yeah.
the thing. It's like my cat looks like he wants to invade Poland.
So
I don't know. I love cat memes. I'm sorry.
A buddy
One
of
my favorite
mine-
cat memes of all time is Smudge.
a buddy of mine's
Smudge is my hero.
grandfather was on the wrong side of World War II and managed to
So
avoid.
what? He's fought for Canada.
Yeah, there you go. And to avoid, he avoided all the criminal shit somehow and wound up emigrating to Canada. And when he died, he gave him all of his Nazi memorabilia, his uniform, all his stuff. And his girlfriend at the time was from England. And we were in his house and we were in his room getting something. And I opened up the door to the closet and there's this fucking German uniform in front of me. I'm like, what the fuck? And Rowan, without missing a beat, she goes, yeah, sometimes I haven't put it on. I lie on the bed, sound Poland, invade me. And I was like, oh, that's brutal.
I never saw the porn, but I remember when the porn star got in trouble. She was doing interracial porn with a black dude, and apparently she like grabbed him and said, "F me, you big black."
No, the guy's behind. She's mounting. I've seen it. She's mounting him. She's being taken doggy style, and she says, "Fuck me with that big black cock." And then she drops the
And everybody's like, "That's racist."
No, then she drops. Then she drops an N-bomb, and he just goes, "What the fuck?" and gets out of her like that fast. It was so funny. But there's a better one. Hang on, there's a better one of a white guy doing that to a black actress, and he reaches over to pull her hair, and her whole fucking weave comes off.
It comes off.
Well, you never touch your sister's hair.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
No,
And she
never
loses
did
her
that.
shit.
Never.
Yeah, you never touch her hair unless she gives you permission. That's a rule.
Unless you've paid for her time at the salon and you've seen the hairdresser actually work with her hair, you understand that's a real head of hair. Otherwise, just always treat like it's a weave, and don't touch it.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, I don't know. I'd prefer all natural to, Indian hair. because that's where they make all their weaves from.
Nah,
Like,
they got that Korean shit now, yo.
oh shit, that's high end.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I guess there's
I
a
don't
goddess
get
in
that.
India that you do a sacrifice to, and the sacrifice is you cut all your hair off. And then the priests of the temple sort the hair by quality and whatever, and that's what they use to make wigs and weaves. So if you're like a hardcore Christian, you can never ever wear a wig or a weave because it's made of material that was used to sacrifice to a pagan god. I think that would count for Jews and Muslims too. Yeah. They're pretty hard. They're actually even more hardcore about that. So, little known fact about stuff that happens in India.
Here
Which is
we
everything.
were having a grand old time talking about porn bloopers, and James shows up with the autistic facts. Thank you, James.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Guilty.
We're
No, no.
Guilty. I mean, I
The,
can't
but
even argue.
the best part is that you commented that you do this like 20 minutes ago. That was the best part. Like, it's a self-aware thing. I love it. I think it's good.
Yeah, I always tell people you got to tell me to shut up because I just
Don't ever change, man. Seriously. I mean that with all my heart.
I have this weird like stream of consciousness. It goes everywhere.
That's fair enough.
Nothing,
Like I
nothing wrong
can't
with that.
think of one thing at a time.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, but they might get special, like not made by pagan wigs. And even that, I've seen that, and most normal Jewish people are like, what the F? Because the rule is a Jewish woman is not ever supposed to show her hair, right? So the Orthodox shave their head and wear wigs as a way to get around that. And also, I hate that when people call them Orthodox Jews. They're Hasidim. They're the Hasidic. There's nothing Orthodox about them.
The Hasidic. The Hasid.
Yeah, they were started in 16th century in Poland.
But we also have we have Hasid here, and we also have Lubavitch.
Right. So, but that's kind of the thing. Another rule they like is if you send a servant somewhere with like a shoe and the servant goes there and waits for you, then you can travel on the Sabbath because you're going to your property.
Do you ever watch Drawn
The
Together,
freaking
James?
loophole.
James, do you ever watch Drawn Together?
Beautiful show.
Drawn Together, wasn't that the one that was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
full of
the
all
cartoon.
Yeah, it was the
tiny
Big
folks?
Brother animated. Do you remember? Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah,
dirty.
freaking
Do you remember?
hysterical.
Yeah, I love that fucking show. Do you remember they had Jew Producer on that show?
No.
Yeah, so they had a character called Jew Producer whose face was just a squawk box with hair and a suit, and he's got like in the movie they did a movie where basically this robot called Israel is going crazy and it's doing all these things like lying down the middle of the highway after bombing a bunch of shit. But Israel, you can't lie now. Israel has the right to exist and shit like this. But at one point he needs to call someone, but it's the Sabbath and he can't use his phone. So he shows up at his Christian neighbor's house. He's like, "Hey, Steve, I was wondering if you could dial a number for me." He's like, "Why? Why do you need me to dial this phone number for you?" "You know, it's the Sabbath. I'm not allowed to use anything mechanical." He goes, "Well, I'm not doing that for you. That's stupid. I'm not doing it." He's like, "Oh, come on, please, Steve. I'll do anything." "You'll do anything?" "Yeah, I'll do anything." "All right. Will you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?" "Yeah, fine. Say it." "All right, I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Now, will you call for me?" "No, I don't have to. You're a Christian. You're allowed to use the phone." He slams the door in his face. I fucking cried watching that scene play. It was so funny.
Well,
It's got a
what
lot of
happens
over the
here
top.
in the Orlando area, and even though it's kind of whatever, it is a good way to make money if you want, is when the Hasidim come down for their high holy days, you can get a job as what they call a Shabbat Goy.
Shabbat boy.
And your job is basically to flush all the toilets and turn the lights on and off and turn the channels and like all the shit they're not supposed to do, they'll pay you to do.
Wait a minute. How do you know what character Shadow's going to be playing in my hero game? Shabbat boy.
Shabbat Goy. My superpowers are I can turn lights on.
Inaccurate.
Right? But dude, that is a real thing. That I kid you not. Like most people like that were raised in like I don't want to say, I guess normal Jewish households would never do that because it was kind of like, yeah, you know. But some of the Hasidim are very strict and they will hire non-Jewish people to do all of the stuff they're not supposed to do.
Just say Goyim.
I don't like to say that because it's the same as the N-word.
It is so not the N-word.
It is 100% the
Oh my
N-word.
god.
In the Bible, it was the nation.
I hate
not the Goyim.
YouTube.
Goyim is an insult. 100%.
Well,
It's
here's
an
the
insult.
thing. I don't take it as an insult, so it's not the same as the N-word for me.
And that's your prerogative, but it is a insult to designate an inferior people.
And the N-word used to not just pertain to black people.
There it is. Bruce has been quiet for so long. He's been like just sitting there going.
Are you doing that on purpose, Bear? Are you bull baiting Bruce?
No. Why would I do that?
But anyway, for real though,
So,
it's not a good thing to do.
so maybe where you're from or where the people you dealt with, where we're here.
Now, if you call a woman a shiksa, it just means she's crazy, not Jewish woman.
No, it means she's a whore. A shiksa is a whore. She's a non-Jewish whore. You want to split fucking hairs on goy? We'll split hairs on shiksa.
Here's the issue. Some Jewish persons, the Hasidim, think all non-Jewish women are whores.
Yes.
Normal Jewish people, like my dad, does not, because he married one, a shiksa.
I swear to God, I feel like Bruce is just giving us links, and eventually I'm going to click on one. It's going to be like a Stormfront membership drive.
Except he's Italian. I mean, do they even count as white?
Have you seen? You haven't seen the Let Him Cook episode with Jack Mandeville, have you?
No.
Oh my fucking god! Jack Mandeville goes off on the Italians. Giuseppe, Giuseppe, what the fuck is a Giuseppe? Oh my god, it's so fucking good.
What is this?
It's an episode of Let Him Cook, which is the guys from Unsubscribe over at Donut Operator's house doing some pub food in his kitchen, and Jack Mandeville, a local actor, is over there, and he is a riot. But if you don't have a background with law enforcement or military, a lot of it will bypass.
You will be offended.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I am going to have to head off here. Thank you very much for having me. Hope you all have a good
It's a
evening.
good time to
It
bail,
was a
Shadow.
pleasure when we were talking about games and shit before, certain bears.
Oh, whoa, fuck you. You don't put this on my shoulders, baby.
Yes, I did.
It was very good.
I could be wrong, but hey, I did.
You pushed your luck, and now you get the whirlwind.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, take
Good
care.
night, Sax. Take care, man.
Thank you, sir.
See you later, Saxia. Stay out of prison.
Oh my god.
I mean, he does live in a country where literally everything is illegal.
Fair.
I'm so sad for the UK people.
But they voted it for themselves. I mean,
I
that's the
know.
government they wanted. So to quote the Joker, I mean, you get what you deserve. But don't watch the second movie because it is absolutely terrible.
Which one?
The second Joker movie.
Oh no, I don't even watch the first. It didn't interest me yet.
What's up, baby?
I haven't got to that point where I'm like, oh yeah, I need to see this.
I would love one. Are you ready to watch TV?
Shortly, I got.
Yeah, I know you're cooking, but I mean, is that the plan?
Yeah, I thought we could watch the boys and our signatures.
Hell yeah, because they just introduced Soldier Boy.
Okay.
I need to know what's going on with that. Anyway, but yes, George, you're 100% right about the wig thing, and it has to do with it's a loophole to get around a commandment that they're supposed to follow, but they don't want to. There's a lot of that with the Hasidim. A lot.
Not clicking on your links, Bruce. Not happening. I'm not falling for your shit.
Which is why like non-Hasidic Jewish people generally are kind of keep them at arm's length because it's kind of like, once you get into Kabbalah and Talmudism and shit like that, you're like way out down the rabbit hole somewhere. And my rabbi, when I actually went to synagogue and stuff, he always told me, don't get involved in any of that shit. It's witchcraft. You know what I mean? So, but he taught us out of the Torah. As a matter of fact, they even avoid the Tanakh because a lot of synagogues don't want you hearing about, Prophet Isaiah and Prophet Jeremiah and stuff like that, because some of those prophets kind of lead you to believe that maybe Jesus might be the Messiah. And so they kind of don't want to teach you that. So there's that. But my favorite are the Reformed Jews that have Jewish Christmas trees with little blue and white stars of David and female rabbis. And yeah, those people are definitely something. You know, the last guy I worked with who was my lieutenant was one of those. And he'd always be like, come on, man, we're members of the tribe. And I'd just be like, no, we're not. You know, if Moses were here right now, he'd have you put to death. We're not members of the tribe. You know, we're not the same. You know, you and I are not the same, you know. And then I converted to Orthodoxy, and he got a little pissed about that. He's like, but you were Jewish. And I said, yeah, I got better. And he was like, what? His wife was there too, and she always wanted me to bone her, but I never would. Even though she was a hefty Jewish woman, but she was still pretty. You know how sometimes a woman can be really heavy, but still really pretty in the face? So, you know, she was one of those, you know what I mean? Had a really pretty face, but she's just a bit over the weight limit for me. And plus I make it a point of not ever having sex with any of my like friend or co-workers' wives, especially since I was married, and my wife would murder me in my sleep if I pulled some shit like that. Plus I just wouldn't do it out of respect for her. Not just the threat of death, but you know, I wouldn't want to piss her off or upset her or make her disappointed, you know. But as you probably maybe a little bit heard the sweet, docile tones of my wife saying she's making me a sandwich and we're going to watch The Boys together, because that's kind of what we've been doing lately, you know, kind of binge watching a couple episodes a night. Mainly because she's gotten interested in superheroes because of the Marvel 616 thing.
Nice.
So now, but to be fair, when Luke Cage was still good and a thing, we watched the shit out of that. Luke Cage,
Well, I'm gonna go.
Jones or whatever, Jessica Jones.
I'm gonna leave you guys to your minis and all your
Well, there's
stuff.
no leaving. We're all leaving.
Well, I'm first.
We're all
Bye. I'm leaving first. Bye.
Bye, Bear. Fuckhead.
Freaking Bear pulled a Letholdus, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He's like, bye, click.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he wasn't even like a quarter way through by, and he's out.
Yeah, he's just like, out. I'll catch you guys later. Shadow's gonna come back and be like, WTF, man.